Hello, everyone. Sorry it took a while. We were just checking to see if we had any latecomers coming in at the last minute. But anyways, I'm your host once again, your queen, Mel. Joining me once again is Dav.
I'm the mini merp. Hi, everybody.
The Corky.
Ara, ara. I like doing that.
I know. Aeros.
The Guardian welcomes you.
Hey, you changed up your line. Dawnbreaker.
The void greets you with open arms.
Dronon.
Bonjour, mes amis. Soyez bienvenus.
And Skeels, once again, is joining us once again.
Don't forget to swish and flick the shit out of your wands. I love you. Can I take him home? Oh, God.
You just made me choke on my vape.
I have that effect on people.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're just showing what mood the today's stream is going.
So you go by
Goofy with
Scaly?
a chance of derp.
Scaly Skittles?
Well, skills CR, but skills for short because I have no skills. Otherwise known as Night Runner, Shadow, or Kale Drake Night Runner skills CR.
Aww.
I totally forgot the startup. This whole time I was prepping and I forgot to start up Steam.
It's okay.
Wah, wah.
Like,
So
always
no,
one
let me
thing,
Wow.
one stupid.
no, while you start up Steam, how far along you on your goals?
I gotta zoom. I can't see it when it's this small.
I see the itty bitty number.
We got some very generous donations last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at.
Yeah, I remember $100 donation, and I think it was another $20 or so.
It was 10. Anyways, we're sitting at $269.98 out of
Nice.
the 1,860 goal, which is kind of going down technically on the side, but it's with my own with arrangements I've made on my end.
Portuguese.
Yeah, but every little bit helps, and
Mhm.
you know, it'll get you closer to kissing it goodbye.
Yep, the sooner you're rid of it, the sooner you can live again.
I
Mhm.
thought you were
Yes,
going to
yes.
say the closer you are to kissing her, and I'm just like, okay.
No, you kiss your kibbles goodbye, unless you want
Also,
to.
It's like, I
right, Melamels, can you share
Yep,
for
yep.
us voice actors?
Yes.
I can't tell what that symbol means. It looks so weird.
What's
Is it
symbol?
a plant? I can't tell what it means.
What symbol?
Well, this little symbol for
It's a plant breaking out of a egg.
okay,
Oh.
that's what I thought it was.
Oh, Chinana just checked in.
Oh.
So- Filming in, where are we starting from, anyways?
we just said goodbye to Bryce on the first apartment wake up scene.
So, who are you going after this time around?
We're technically trying to get Lorem's good ending, but we're romancing Bryce on the side.
Oh, and who's that dragon in the middle there? That's black and red. I don't recognize that.
Oh,
one.
that was from
That's
that was
Kevin.
yeah, that was Kevin,
Yep, that's Kevin.
the campus guy, the side character. So
Buzz Dragon.
whenever we complete any like side stuff in the storyline, they will also appear here once the timeline ends and restarts.
Mhm.
Time you get good with your side piece.
Ooh my!
Oh my.
There are a few side characters we could get up here, including Sebastian. There's a small thing with Sebastian. There's a small thing with I'm already forgetting her name.
The
the-
Earth Dragon.
Yes, the
There's
big
actually-
green Earth Dragoness.
Emera? I believe
Emera.
her name
There we
was?
go. Yes, Emera.
Amara, yeah.
and there's one I always remember is the old ice cream dragon. I like to call him.
Ice Cream Eastern.
I can't remember his name. I just remember it's the old ice cream dragon.
It starts with a K.
Krispy Kreme?
Kellen
Also,
Malik or something like that?
If you see that there's a shadow of a dragon flying over the portal, that is Lorem, but he obviously didn't make it, so...
It
that's-
indicates we got the bad ending.
Ah.
So we're trying again to try to, you know, still have a Lorem in the end.
Not every end involves the death. It's more or less just things just end badly in general.
Yeah, this game tends to have like a I don't know, emo spiral or some things.
Oh, this
Yeah, you
this
know,
game
you
tugs
try
at your
so hard, you
heartstrings.
get so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. So
Oh,
Oh,
it doesn't even matter.
Also, hello.
I see what you did there.
Is this-
I
is
see
this-
what you did
Is this the
there.
theme? 90s
Oh,
lyrics?
Oh god, I honestly I don't blame the person who did that because I
Who
tend
do
to
you think it was?
I have a bad habit of doing that too myself.
I would ask you, Shadow, what flavor dragon are you, anyways?
Shadow.
Shadow flavored, huh?
I am Shadow Incarnate.
Also,
Oh wow.
welcome Shinona. By the way, sorry we didn't get to you right away.
No worries, no worries. I will totally admit that my cell phone was reading Saskatchewan time, so I thought it was 7:20. I was like, oh, I've got another half hour. And then I like
Saskatchewan
came
sauce is
in.
good sauce. I like it.
Yeah, then I came in. And I was like, what do you mean it's 8:20? And like bolted downstairs.
Oh no.
So another dragon joins the team, huh?
Well, Shinona's a chef. A snap. A chef. A
Uh,
snap.
I do
Wow.
actually have a dragon.
A
Hmm.
what?
I do
She's a
have
snow
a
mew.
dragon.
Oh,
I'm
snow
Commander Shepard, and
mew.
this is my
Yes.
favorite stream on the city.
What is Dirk? I've never seen your Dirk.
Oh, I have her name is Umoya, and she is I haven't even really decided what type of dragon she is. She does have feathers though.
Hmm.
So
Ooh.
she's a fluffy dragon. Let's see if
Also,
I can
and
see if I can find a picture of her and pop it into the Discord for you guys.
All right.
I'm not sure how you managed it, Shinona, but your icon shrunk in the wash.
Oh yeah, her icon's smaller than everyone else's. That's so
Now-
bizarre.
Did
See-
you
see,
did you
this-
set your Discord avatar to
How
an image
bizarre.
smaller than the normal size for the Discord
No.
avatar?
No.
See, here's what happened. Shinona sent her icons through the wash with the wrong detergent, and when she sent
Oh,
it
no,
to
no,
the
no, I
dryer,
put
it
it- I-
shrunk.
I put it through with the hot water.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
Hot water and
I like
high
it.
temp.
Here's another 90s. Here's another 90s song. How bizarre.
How bizarre! How bizarre!
bizarre.
Boo. I'm gonna continue to boo that.
Anyways, where we last left off, we went through the intro again, though through the help of the system, we've skipped over the stuff we've already did. But for the different twist, we started romancing Bryce, the chief of police, on the side,
Okay.
and who just joined us now.
Sky.
We have a Sky now.
Ah, we got a sky. Finally, yeah.
We captured him with the Skynet.
Oh.
90s reference. Keep on coming.
We should take a drink every time he does a '90s reference.
I
drink
don't
water.
have that much alcohol in my house.
Like I
I
said,
drink
it could
water.
be. It doesn't have to be alcohol. Just take a drink. Hydrate yourself.
I figured you would,
Hydrate Bob,
you would
where are
catch
you?
him.
I
thought you
have
cast-
white grape peach. Does that count?
I thought you would catch him in a sky box.
I am the skybox.
I was going to say that's a monster of a task.
Oh gosh, puns, everybody, puns. We should just do this all night long.
I just love hearing that, just like that.
Queens
These are the
being
people I chose. These are the
There we
people.
go.
Fuck.
Again, I technically didn't
There's
choose
my
you.
dragon.
I technically didn't choose you. You brought in my
Yeah,
Sky.
I'm no Pikachu. Nobody chose me.
Oh, you're just a side duck.
Anyways,
There you go.
Sorry, Bill. These
My
are the
dragon
puns we
is now in
chose.
images. She pretty girl.
Where'd you post it? In the
Image sharing,
image sharing.
because that's where you.
Oh,
share
it is all.
Ooh, floof. Very floof.
That's a nice picture.
Mhm.
That's a very
I am-
interesting design.
I love the feet.
And none of you
Yeah,
in the
Yes.
in stream chat get to see it.
Well,
You guys
you can,
suffer.
assuming you have a window capture, you can throw it up if you wanted to, but...
I'd rather
Your
not
call.
capture my entire Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Because
Well, I was gonna
reasons.
pop into a separate window, but yeah, whatever.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get high-end digigrade stilts so I can actually make her a fursuit, like a full fancy fursuit with articulated wings and like the big long legs.
I've seen those things. They are absolutely titanic when they put
Good
on,
luck
like, I
affording
seen a-
that.
Yeah, I seen a kangaroo with that one video of it. She's sitting there, all of a sudden she stands up and she's 10 feet tall, and the other furry is just like, holy shit!
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I can get them from Iron Fur, who's in Canada, and he sells them for $1,000 Canadian. The other option is like the ones that Weta quit producing and like sent to another company, and they're like 600 quid, and I'm like, but that's over $1,000 Canadian, and then I still have to freaking pay shipping. No.
And maybe even import tax.
Oh, absolutely import
Value-added
tax.
tax as well. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Going to
all the
college,
taxes.
getting digigrade stilts. Decisions.
Let's see where your priorities lay.
One is practical, and the other is college.
Well, remember, she
Oh
was told
my.
when she was told by her mother when she grows up she could be whatever she wanted to be.
I just saw
Hold
that
on.
that option there, grabbing someone's thigh. Excuse
Oh,
me?
wait. Oh, okay. There we
Hey, I think
That's
we
there.
passed that
Here's our
part.
current part. There we go.
Yeah,
That-
you missed some of the stream, Coco. You can always catch up with the VOD though.
Yeah, watch the VOD. Bryce is a really sexy voice, I hear.
Anyways,
Finally, let's see some dragon smooching.
to do the recap, which I was interrupted from early. And when we started the Bryce romance line, we first had a drinking contest with him, only to continue the progress along the line, and he suddenly kind of destroyed us, but then kind of didn't. Everyone lost.
But what did
But
we
did
learn?
they really lose? It sounds like there's a lot of winners.
And we had to drunkenly bring
Both
Bryce
passed
to his
out.
home and end up passing out on his floor.
Mel was a designated walker.
Yes.
Yep.
The next day
Basically, she put Bryce on a leash and walked him home. It's great. It's all in the VOD. It's all in the VOD. You can check it out.
Anyways, on the second day, we just visited Bryce. There was a little bit of drinking, but he mostly just wanted to talk, and he showed us his little attempt at making a boat with his clumsy forepaws.
And
He did
everybody
his
laughing when
best.
I said,
It
there
was a
laughing
bad
when it's like,
dragon boat.
wait, he wouldn't have beer bottles, he'd have beer bowls. And sure enough, the very next line is he opens a beer bowl.
And
So
and,
bearable.
and of course, we also proved that humans don't have tails, which suck. Because tails are the
Yes,
best.
and we had to do something special to show him that we didn't have a tail.
We had to
You can
move
check
them.
it out in the VOD on the YouTube channel.
Did you actually like disrobe? Oh my.
Mhm.
I mean,
No fire,
this-
it's his forepaws.
4 paws, or I thought 4 play with those 4 claws.
Not a faux pas, a four paws.
Use your forepaws in foreplay, okay?
Say that 5 times fast.
Anyways, we are on,
foreplay.
we are on the next day, or next chapter, and I'm pretty sure
Meanwhile, on the next day,
the system is going to boop us soon. I'm sure. The morning sun declared the arrival of a new day and woke me from my vivid dreams. Memories of my home, closed within the towering perimeter wall, raced through my head. The peaceful landscape outside the apartment window stood in defiance of these old thoughts. Rolling hills and blue sky were familiar to me now, and the purity of sight gave me hope.
Mel, please come with me.
What's going on? Sounds serious.
The chief will explain everything once we arrive.
Okay.
Why so serious?
Hey, Chief, Mel is here.
Oh god.
Thanks, Sebastian. Yeah.
Sorry, I had a bit of a crunk in my throat for a while.
That's drunk.
Thanks.
Oh, the leather.
I really, I should really see a doctor. I really should see a doctor about that. Anyways, thanks, Sebastian. You can deal with the situation here while I talk to Mel, alright?
Of course.
Mel, I've got some really bad news.
Oh no, not again.
Well, what is it?
You remember Anna, right? You know her?
I met her, yes.
I'm sorry, but I don't know exactly how to say this.
Those few words were enough. Dread sank in and hurting you. It feels like, and it felt like deja vu hit me so hard right now.
Don't.
I ignored his words and walked past him.
Oh, she died again? Oh.
She's sleeping. It's fine. She just spilled her jelly.
When I turned the corner, there was no mistake. Damn, I was trying to be serious.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of jelly.
This is tragic. No laughing on Anna's death.
Can you believe strawberry milkshake?
Oh.
Nectar.
No, not pink enough.
She
I thought
really
it was
wasn't ready for
strawberry
this jelly.
jam would be better than milkshake.
I think our group is allergic to seriousness here.
Yes.
I kind of like it this
Our
way.
milkshake brought the final boy to the yard.
Oh no!
Oh, I
I'm
feel like it like this
myself
a lot
some water.
better.
I shall return momentarily.
Oh my god. Can we keep him? I like him so much. This just makes Edith so much better.
Honestly, it's a coping mechanism.
When I turned the corner, there was no mistaking her. Anna was haphazardly covered by a sheet, leaving her tail and bloodstained hand exposed. In the end, she didn't even deserve full discretion.
Are you okay?
I will if the voices in my head stop making me laugh.
We are the voices in your head.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just get this over with. Bryce nodded.
And here's more bad news. The blood we found on the first victim in town matches the DNA evidence found on the second victim at the power facility. Furthermore, the murder weapon and method appear to be the same across all three victims. And that, unfortunately, is going to be a big problem for you.
Why is that?
Because with these three murders, Reza now qualifies as a serial killer. We won't be able to keep this whole thing quiet for much longer. Higher authorities, including the Ministry in charge of Visit, will know about this and soon.
My queen, a new
I
follower
have
has come
no
to
idea
rescue your
what will
glory.
happen once they figure it out.
Time! Thank you for the visit. Thank you for the follow. I said thank you for the visit. I mean, thank you for stopping by too, but thank you for the follow.
Hi, Timey.
Hi there, time.
She's not dead. She just got crazy with the ketchup.
That's
I thought. Oh, wait, Shadow. I thought it was I thought she was getting crazy with the cranberry juice.
it was
With
stop.
cheese whiz.
You keep changing the stories.
Oh my god!
Okay, guys, simmer down. Let Mel try to do the story here.
Honest.
I'm not sure what to say to that.
Me
Or-
either. uh,
I don't want to worry you, but we can be sure that action will be taken soon. I've been considering the possibility for a while and think it might be best if you went back to your own world, for now. This way, we can take action before the Ministry does, and before this all becomes public. If we wait, we don't know exactly what they'll do or how the public will react. With everything that's going on, to be quite honest, it's too dangerous for you to stay here.
No.
No?
This would be the worst possible time for me to leave. We've given up our PDAs and hardly have anything to show for it. We are owed several more generators, and let's not forget that Rez is still missing. If I leave now, the only thing I return home with is my life. I'll have lost everything else. We need those generators, Brace. I have no idea if your authorities will continue to uphold our deal, or what they do to Reza. But I'm not leaving until this is over.
Well, if that's your decision, then so be it. I'll have your back either way.
Thanks, Brace.
In more ways than one.
Now you say it, the records indicate. Thank you, sister, for now showing up. Yes, let's skip ahead.
I think what happened is Bryce's lines changed slightly since he had a bit of a relationship with him, because last time I think he spoke more neutral.
True.
we can always remember. You can always check in between until you can see your status of relationship, right?
Yeah.
You check that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Let's do a quick.
I was going to say, if you leave without the generators, would that be generation?
Generation X.
No, it's genocide.
Oh. Okay. Ooh,
Yeah, that one's
impressed.
more
That's,
accurate.
that's the one side of the generators.
So we have neutral
you have good and impressed.
and dead.
But now if you set them aside there, you have generators aside.
You got static.
So what do you want to do?
So-
Anna's ecstatic.
So the
Mm.
okay. Last time what happened is we went to the production facility, then the police archives, and because of that we were too late at the police archives to get the charger. So this time we want to visit the police archives immediately.
Yeah.
Let's go there first.
It's
Oh,
the trash can,
also-
right?
A ministry would just be a tree full of micros.
Also,
ministry.
also because for people who may have may have missed it, the part we skipped is the part where we brought before Emira, and we were told, and she was planning on sending us home, but then we find out that the portal's broken, so we can't go back, and so now we're kind of just helping out with the last little bits of police stuff.
Mel, I think this is your part that you wanted.
And I think this is.
Yeah. So, oh, my apologies. Just saying, guys. Let's try to make sure we stay on track because people also want to catch the story here.
Yeah.
I was on my
Can't
way.
go.
I was on my way to the police station, and a voice called out to me.
Hey, you.
No. Who's good with an old man voice again?
Old man voice.
You! I'm talking to you, human. Hey.
There he is.
Oh, he's a fluffy drake.
Creepy man selling ice cream dead at night?
Can I help you?
I certainly hope so. I'm in a little conundrum here. My cart seems to be stuck.
I can see that.
I'm Katsuhara, by the way, hooker ice cream vendor.
Mel, you've probably heard of me by now.
Heard of what? Of course, of course. In any case, do you think you can spare some time to help me out? Might take a while, though, so I hope you're not in a rush.
Sure.
Oh
I'll help
dear!
you.
If you stop to help him, will it make us too late?
I don't think this one
You
is a
can't
negative.
say
I
no
don't
to a
think there-
man like that.
I
That's
hope you
enough.
don't miss the
I'll-
charger.
Well, we'll find out.
Thank you.
Roll them dice.
Now, I already tried just pulling it out, but I think the axle's gonna break if I try to do that again. It really wasn't in the best condition to begin with, honestly, and I heard a crack when I tried to pull it out earlier.
So, what do you want me to do?
The cart is pretty heavy, so I'll be the one lifting it and holding the wheel steady so the axle doesn't break. Once I give you the sign, you start pulling, and hopefully that'll do the trick.
Alright.
Here, grab the handles and wait for my signal.
By the time I had gone into position, Katsuharu was already on the other side of the cart, getting dirty as he slowly lifted the affected corner of the cart out of the muddy hole. Is that your sign? Should I start pulling now?
Oh, that's my hernia. Do it!
I started pulling, but the cart turned out to be much heavier than I expected and didn't move.
What are you waiting for? Do it already!
I pulled harder, but the cart still refused to budge. I mustered all my strength before I pulled as hard as I possibly could.
Yes! Do it!
Slowly, the cart started moving, and after a few seconds, it was freed from the perilous clutches of the muddy puddle. With a dull thud, the dragon set the cart down again, before he flopped on the ground, exhausted.
Ah, sounds like me after a hard day's work.
Whew!
Hey, we did it!
Good job!
Do you want me to call you some help?
No, just need some rest. Maybe some ice cream. Yes, I'll have some ice cream and I'll be better in no time.
That must be some pretty good ice cream.
Oh, you have no idea. You must have already heard people talking about my wonderful, unique ice cream experience.
Actually, not really.
More's the pity. My manners, I haven't even properly thanked you yet.
Oh, it's no problem.
No, I insist. I won't be indebted to you for helping me.
What are you planning?
You are hereby invited to join me for ice cream. As an ambassador, you owe it to yourself and humanity to try it.
Well, maybe I do.
Oh gosh.
Well, I must get going for now. Here's my number. I'll get you that ice cream some other time.
Thank you. System, you helped Katsuharu.
Where does he get the
Yay.
cream? I don't see any like cows around. Do you?
They
You can
explain
milk
that.
a cat, don't you know?
They milk the wild auroch, which is a predecessor of the cow. Well, an ancestor of the cow.
I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering about dragon milk. That's all.
You want to know
No,
where that
there's
comes
no
from?
dragon milk.
Before I decide my next move, I returned to my apartment for a moment of rest. A small piece of paper had slipped under my door while I was gone. Don't go to the portal, was all it said. I considered the possibility of a hidden message, but that was unlikely. The statement was blunt and quickly scrawled. Someone
Didn't
clearly...
we choose to go?
Yes.
Didn't we choose to go to the police
Yes.
archives? Did we actually get stopped?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Someone
I
clearly...
thought we went to the portal.
Someone clearly didn't want me to go to the portal. But why would I go there in the first place? As it was out of order right now, such an action would serve no purpose. I looked outside the window, at the portal's faint silhouette in the distance. The paper rustled between my fingers as I fidgeted with it, wondering about the message sender and significance. My train of thought was violently interrupted by a sharp burst of gunfire, echoing from the portal. I had to think fast. Gunshots ensured Reza's involvement. He was at the portal. The question was, why?
Doing shots.
Shots.
If this was his attempt to flee back to the human world, he would receive a rather unpleasant surprise the moment he would try to use the portal. Or, maybe Sebastian's theory is correct, and Reza had the pellet need to repair the portal, in which case his escape would be imminent. The gunshots themselves were another question. Was someone trying to stop him? The police patrol may have seen him, and he may have been taken by surprise. This could be another murder in progress.
That music, though, is really good banging.
But all of his murders were committed with a sharp weapon before now, not a gun. He didn't want to be heard. Besides, it was only early evening, and the town was still bustling. If Reza wanted to stay hidden, he was doing a rather poor job at it. Of course, there was also the possibility he wanted to be heard, but who would he want to attract? Police? Maverick? It could easily be a trap for those hunting him, and that technically included me, though I wasn't sure if he knew of my involvement with the investigation. It was also a very real possibility that he knew my apartment was close enough to the portal to hear a gunshot. It would be a signal for me. Regardless, the words I held in my hands were unmistakable. Don't go to the portal. What did I do? Well, we went to the portal last time.
Yeah, so stay home this time?
We're staying inside and
Stay
calling the
home
police.
this time. Yeah.
Ultimately,
Call the popo.
I trusted the mysterious message. Hermes' list of phone numbers given to me when he brought me to this apartment in the first place proved to be a valuable tool. I dialed the emergency line and was greeted by a calm voice asking me about my emergency. The gravity of the situation was understood, and I was advised to stay inside until further notice. A team was dispatched to deal with the situation while I waited. From my window, I tried to catch a glimpse of what was going on at the portal. Couldn't see much. Darker night was fast approaching. About an hour later, I was informed the team had searched the perimeter, though no trace of Reza was found. I was given the go-ahead to continue with my investigation, but I was free to stay where I was if I felt unsafe.
So, I just have to say, when we went out, we met Adine. And what happened afterwards? I can't remember anymore.
Didn't we meet the architect?
Well, there's
The
the
administrator?
archives
Oh, yeah,
again.
That's right, he shoves you to the ground and tells you not to go, and then it's
Yeah.
over with. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, the administrator.
Yes,
So my
administrator.
Or
question is,
she, but...
yeah.
It's
If you go to the archives now, is it too late?
yeah.
So
No, let's go to the archives again, because, we still went to the production facility, didn't we?
No.
no. Last time we went, we gave the blood
that was
sample.
the first playthrough. We clicked the police archives, but we were interrupted and we got sent back.
So it's helping the Ice Cream Dragon did screw us over trying to get that charger then.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't think so. I
Well,
think
not
you can still do it.
necessarily. I'm pretty sure you could still get it.
Because
Try
everybody's
the
over
archives
there.
again.
But you
Because
just
everybody's over
save
there
it.
at the portal, so therefore the archives should technically be completely open.
Well, the good news, well, you saved it, so we can always go back.
Yep. If we have, then I'll go to the grocery store because there is a thing involved in that
Ooh.
too.
Also, if you
Can-
find evidence of Reza, would that be residue?
I can't say the word.
When I arrived at the police station, I was met by the police archivist, a dragoness who introduced herself as Helenth.
Okay, so we didn't have this last time.
So, do you want me to do it?
Sure.
She's a Nessie. Go ahead.
He's pretty.
Your luck, Mel, Bryce compiled all the case files a while ago. Ever since he came to our world, he seems to be a lot more interested in human mysteries. I wonder it's something to do with you. Anyway, you can find all the files here. I'll leave the rest to you.
Now, I think this has changed because you romanced Bryce, so he's better than what he would be in that case.
Ooh, rummage through the trash.
Alright, here goes nothing. Huh? What's this? Flat base.
Got it.
With a circular indent at the top.
Kidding, got it.
It looks like it could be useful. If nothing else, might make a nice souvenir. You acquired a mysterious base.
Blueprint.
All your base are belong to us.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Study the blueprint of the underground building near the portal. The blueprint of the building caught my attention. Apparently, it had been found during their cursory investigation within the building itself. At first glance, nothing about it stood out to me, but the more I studied it, the more the facts revealed themselves. Both of its entrances were freed and accessible by the people in charge. One was through a tunnel in the facility of the portal, and the other through a dig that cut through the town sewer system. Bryce had scrawled a note near the second entry, simply said, "Access V hatch. Button, counterclockwise."
Ooh. No
I know
button
what
on
that
Mel,
is.
button counterclockwise. Write that down.
Yep.
We know where that is.
That was the sequence break that I told you could happen, but that's also you don't need to have it, but that's pretty much the combination to the lock.
Do you still remember what it was?
Button counterclockwise.
Yeah,
I'm,
so do
I'm
B,
writing
B,
it
C, C,
down
W.
in a notepad.
Don't worry, we'll remind you. We'll scream it out.
if you
Yes.
remember.
Button.
I
I haven't played this game for 4 years and I still remember it.
I haven't played it in like 6 years and I still remember it.
Name
Or
that too.
something like that.
Furthermore, the data in the corner of the
My queen,
blueprint.
a new follower has come to bask in your glory.
Old Rusty Datsun, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you very
Hey
much.
there, Mitsu.
Hey, Mitsu!
Hey! Yay! Hi!
It was just, by the way, it was just counterclockwise once.
Oh, okay.
Furthermore, the data in the corner of the blueprint listed the structure as an independent living and research unit, dated to the year 2047. Most interestingly, I recognize the name of the company that was listed. They were a well-established super company before our world's collapse, known for their advances in scientific fields, and otherwise through the use of legal loopholes and gray markets. They were very successful at what they did. Their facilities subverted laws and ethical issues by being in areas where such concerns were non-existent, or could be made non-existent by paying off the right individuals. Naturally, the products and applications of their research was usually fair game to be used and sold worldwide. They were only one of the companies involved in championing the teleportation technology that was about to take off on a grand scale before the solar flare changed everything. Of course, there were public worries regarding the untested, long-term consequences of utilizing black holes in such technology. It was outlawed in certain countries due to these concerns, but lobbies and the private sector drove many of them to accept the tech, in light of the boundless advantages offered. They were also big in medical, security, and weaponry fields. Their vast knowledge and close cooperation Corporation?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. Of their individual departments enabled them to make many breakthroughs. It seemed like they could do anything they set out to do. The nanomachines that became commonplace before the fall were, of course, also their product. No one was surprised that the tech failed under the radiation of the ion storm. Had the company behind it been more concerned about the safety rather than profits, perhaps fewer lives would have been lost. Even though they weren't perfect, nanomachines had still increased the quality of life for many people. It was a new way of treating medical conditions, some of which had been previously untreatable. They were also widely used for their performance-enhancing properties, for both day-to-day activities and to assist with dangerous jobs. Beyond that, the company even branched to genetic engineering. Human hereditary diseases were becoming a thing of the past, as they developed techniques to alter human life to its core. Ultimately, they had a hand in influencing every area of life on a global scale. It was unknown who was truly calling the shots, as their network of companies and names was vast. Starting to sound like the Umbrella Corporation, to be honest.
I know. What's next, zombies?
Like if
Amazon.
if the
Or
Iron Storm
Amazon.
didn't, I wonder if the timeline where the Iron Storm didn't happen is did they become the Umbrella Corporation?
You know what? It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
That's what happens when you start bringing in different timelines into the equation. You start these things start popping. These kind of theories start popping up. These all what ifs.
Go TV set.
Heck, who knows? Maybe in one timeline, they created furries.
I'd much rather Dirks over T-Virus any day, thank you.
Yes.
I mean, technically they did with the dragons because they took unthinking dinosaurs and made them furries.
I meant
technically.
Yes, but I meant altering humans into dragons.
No, that's Japan right now.
He's not.
Batman Beyond also had that.
Yes.
Just imagine when Catgirls start hacking up hairballs. That's going to be awful.
All right. Anyways, let's get back on track here.
That's a new type of thing.
It was only one of their many ways to ensure their continued existence and avoid liability. Where they had been outlawed or their operations shut down, new companies with suspiciously similar products appeared practically overnight. However, no matter how big their empire was, or how well they skirted the lines, they ultimately collapsed just like the rest of the world. That being said, how did this building make its way to into the dragon's world? Hold on, someone's knocking.
Okay, I thought that was the game.
I thought that was the game too. The game has
I'm
very.
sure that's the game.
It's like, boy,
Yeah.
they're really immersive in this environment. Oh,
This game does have very realistic sound effects. A lot of times, I'm like looking around when it's like things like knock or doorbells ring.
I find it annoying when a movie uses a well-established like telephone ring or a sound that you respond to instead of making up their own.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Look at the time. I better wrap it up here. Whew, it's getting late. Better head to the police station now.
You were just there.
I was gonna say.
I have everything.
I was about to say. Did I just?
You
miss
walk all the way
something?
home, turn, and then go, oh, I should get to the police department, and then walk all the way back again.
All right, let's see what Sebastian will
It's
say
a
about
classic case of forgetting why they're there.
this.
At that moment, Mel goes, "Oh shit, I was just here."
You are, Mel. I could swear you were just here.
Didn't you just walk out of here?
It seems to me you've taken a liking to Brace's chair.
I read that as licking.
Maybe. I could get used to this. Don't tell Bryce, though. By the way, good job calling the police when you heard Rita. It's too bad he got away again, but maybe a witness will come forward and we'll find out what happened.
I like how on the line, don't tell Bryce about this, though, the corner of his mouth just curls down ever so slightly.
That tinge of nervousness.
Now, let's take a
Yes.
look at what you've got for me. What you've learned about the map is fascinating, if not a little unsettling. While it's good to have confirmed its origin, to know that it came from your world is something else. Raises more questions than it answers. How could something like a whole building end up in our world? That's a mystery that needs to be answered.
Black holes and portals.
Black holes.
Knuckles. Oh god, he got to me.
Well, not bad, Mel. Not bad at all. Thanks for your help.
Do what I can.
I know, and your help is greatly appreciated. Believe me, especially since we're so short on staff right now. Well, that will be all for today. I'll contact you if we need anything more.
Of course.
See you next time.
In about 3 seconds.
See you.
Yoink.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Finally. Every day. What did I do? Like there's some messages in the answer machine. Let's see.
Message 1.
Hey, Mel. Remember that barbecue I told you about? It's pretty soon, so you better be ready for it. All the guys from the department will be there. We always have tons of fun. Some of us even stay overnight.
Routing sausages.
Oh.
God damn it!
Would be cool to have you come along. You want to come? Let me know so I can hook you up with the details.
That's the only thing you want to be hooked up with.
A dragon barbecue party with a human as a guest of honor. Not suspicious at all, Bryce. Hey boys, bring the ketchup.
Are you having him
Back on the menu, boys.
Yes.
I'm trying to think ahead. I'm hoping there's somewhere that we can let poor Shanona voice, but I can't think of any characters at the moment.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So do you need to do Lorm first if you're gonna possibly be staying overnight with Bryce?
We still got the two. We still got the two options, so we can still do
You
the
got
Bryce one later.
you got to meet with Lorem at least so you can build the sphere with that pedestal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not is what I was saying is Bryce sounds like it's an overnight thing, so I guess you want to do Lorm first?
Yeah, I would vote Lorem first. Since
Yeah.
you
It
worked
doesn't
so
matter.
hard getting the two pieces that do hickey.
Yeah. It's as long as I do it before the next chapter, I'll be fine. So in other words, you still got the two choices. As long as we do eat both of them.
Then how about ice cream dirt?
Okay, so if you chose the other way around, if you met Bryce first, then Lorem, you drink yourself until you passed out, then go see Lorem, then wake up the next morning groggy in Bryce's apartment.
No, it would no, because remember, it's not chapters aren't like one day. It's technically multiple days in a chapter.
Ah, okay. I thought this was like you have like afternoon and evening.
No.
Like that was the way it worked.
Yeah,
also-
I understand how Dab's thinking too.
And also, if we met with the ice cream jerk, that would count as a choice for this chapter. So it would take
Yeah,
up.
so we'll have to skip him this time just to keep Bryce and Lorem going. You're already trying to do two dirts, so
I'm already spitting 2 plates.
So
Let's just get Lorem out of the way.
Why does nobody want my
Oh, so you just want to get me out of the way, huh?
So it's
Like
still
a
time for you to skip.
Yes.
Hang on. Is he gonna talk about the the sphere or not?
If it doesn't if it does, then it will stop at that part.
So what is this? Is this the treasure hunt?
No, this is before. This is before. The treasure hunt was on the final chapter.
So this is just you guys talking shop about humans in the game then?
Yes.
Yes.
I like the game lets you
Or-
skip ahead dialogue. You already
Actually, no,
got
wait.
over,
This
so.
no, wait. This is the treasure hunt, and the next one is where he
Yeah.
reveals his little secret, as it were.
Yeah, well, he doesn't tell you your secret until literally right before the night. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. You wish.
No.
I got a joke about Laura, but I don't wait until the end.
Well, maybe it was roped off. Maybe that's why it was roped off in the first place.
But you thought it was part of the game. Maybe they should have put a sign up or something. Oh yeah. So okay. So the whole
You saved him.
this
Yeah.
whole part is for recap. The part we skipped. He was gifted a treasure thing that was part of this whole pizza place's little promotion thing, and we went to individual places, found the clues to lead to the final place, which was a store that was closed off because of constant flooding. We saved him from almost drowning there.
Yeah, by being pinned under a shelving unit.
Mm-hmm.
Under the water.
And
which
now,
is a horrible way to go.
And now this is the aftermath of that.
Yeah, it's for a pizza chain they don't even like very much.
In which we find out there was a sign outside the store, because we failed our perception checks walking in.
Yes.
While I was talking,
Net 20.
While I was talking, Lauren walked towards one of the wooden poles that was used to rope off the building. He picked up a large rectangular object from the ground that was hidden in the grass. It was a wooden sign.
Warning. Do not pass this point. The treasure hunt has been concluded, and there is nothing more to find. Danger ahead.
I keep having to resist every time you stop. Every time you say don't proceed past this point. I had to resist saying go collect $200.
Oh, do not go past go.
Go to jail. Do not collect $200. Or do not pass go.
What does this mean?
What is Park's place?
we could find the treasure, but not this huge sign. What does that say about us?
What does free parking mean, by the way? I don't see anything about where would you park?
No one knows. It's a rule. It's a
I
spot
don't see a
everyone
park
argues
around
about.
here.
I'm not sure exactly.
Hold on a second. Hi, Celestial.
We should probably head back before it gets too dark, though. We still have to go through the woods again.
All right, let's go.
Do you want to pick up some pizza on the way home?
I don't know.
After that trip, I don't know.
Oh, we don't even bring up the sphere.
Which is
Okay.
bad?
Nope, I think it's still okay because Lorem is still on a good ending tact.
Okay. So, are you
Oh,
gonna go with Bryce?
Yep. So,
Yep. Trying to go with the side of Bryce.
Before we continue, just want to remind everyone again about that. If you can, please donate to help me get over my student loan debt. Please.
Yep, the whole purpose of this Angels with Scaly Wings thing, we're all voicing this is us all trying to help Mel get out of student loan debt. As you might know, student loan debt is one of the worst kind of debts to have. Even complete bankruptcy does not expunge student loans.
Especially
Mel's
once defaulted.
almost there. Yeah, Mel is almost there. She's almost out of this stupid pit trap of economy. If we can help her get out of this, it'll allow her to live a lot better. Because right now, it's snatching every single one of her paychecks.
Hey, Mel, if someone wants to donate, where can they go?
They can go. There are 2 links down below in the description. One's for Stream Elements, or you can even tip to Ko-fi. Those Stream Elements will give you the most control. Oh, and you can
Yep,
donate.
and Kabold Maid occasionally reminds everybody in the text chat. Links are there too.
Yes.
Thanks for that.
It's a good maid.
This one actually does attempt to clean.
Anyways, let's meet up with Bryce for the barbecue. Hopefully
Just
they don't bring
Kabold Maid
ketchup.
doesn't pet the mini drake enough.
I was going to say it's Listertail.
She is not Listertail. That's an Argonian.
They're the same kind.
Ah, there you are, Mel. Seems like you're the last one.
I thought it was on time.
Oh, you are. It's just that everyone always gets excited about this and that they come a little earlier.
So they come on Dragon Time?
I was going to say they're premature.
Yes,
Ooh.
they tend to be a bit premature.
Ooh.
Oh, stop! I thought it was.
No.
I thought it was strange how late you're holding this little get together anyway.
It's simple, really. Now we get this beach all to ourselves.
Your head's out of the gutter.
Oh, it's already in the sewer.
Way past time.
Smooch that dragon! Smooch him!
But
And
before
remember,
you...
dragons. Sorry.
Oh. No, continue your thought.
Remember, dragons don't have the concept of nude beach. All beaches are nude for dragons.
Can fat
But-
dragons go skinny dipping?
Is it just regular dipping?
No, go scaly dipping.
Ah!
They don't go skinny dipping, they go ranch dipping.
No!
They go skinny dipping.
Let's continue, please.
But before you go and meet the others, I should probably warn you.
What is it? Someone bring ketchup?
There's strawberry jelly everywhere.
Stop killing Coco, please.
I'm going to read this because that just made me laugh. Hold on.
We might meet her later.
Cocoa nuts.
God damn it!
And
Okay.
There is someone here that you may not approve of.
Maverick just needs a hug.
And who would that be?
Maverick.
Why is he here?
All things considered, I think it's better for him to be where I can watch him than if he was out there doing who knows what. You know what I mean? Besides, if I invited you and not him, I'm not sure how he would have reacted. Well, actually, I would know how he would react. He would probably chew my ass off. He's always came to my barbecues before. Plus, maybe if I talk with him, I can find out what he's up to.
Does he know that I'm here?
Yes, and he assured me that he will keep the peace. Can you do the same?
Sure. So the
Peace,
moment I
fam.
see him trying to size me up putting in hamburger buns, I'm out of here.
I mean, you're on a beach, so technically it would be a sandwich.
Yeah, it would. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I just love the deadpan delivery.
Let's just hope there won't be any incidents.
And then Belle teaches the dragons the awesome effect of being petted.
All right.
Heavy petting.
Heavy petting. All right, let's go and meet the others.
Maybe that will give Bryce something to emote about.
They do emote. It's a slight curl there. They don't have like lips the way we do. As we walked a few paces, I saw some familiar faces.
All
and
around me are
familiar
familiar.
places.
Ah!
Worn out faces.
Okay, guys, we don't need to make every jab possible.
Honestly?
Usually there'd be more people here, but with everything else that's going on, some of the others at the department couldn't get any time off, unfortunately.
Where the hell did I get a paper cut?
Hey, everyone! Guess who's finally here?
The main course.
God damn it.
You may remember Zong, the waiter at the bar.
And Draco's not here to voice him.
We're missing Draco, so Don, please take
Alright.
over. Draco had him being a very British upper class accent.
Very posh.
Ah, very good. I think I can handle that. Hello, Mel.
Hey. Oh, hey, Sebastian.
Without his hat.
Hey, Mel.
You're naked.
It's a
Fine.
beach after all.
Okay, here's the
As-
thing. Am I seeing Anna with Sebastian not wearing a hat?
It does.
I-
maybe
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 they,
they're
I think they kind of used a similar palette, but there's enough differences. There's enough body differences that it's not Anna.
Damn. Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Sky?
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Maverick.
...
He actually said the dots.
All right, let's get this barbecue started.
Don't see a grill or anything here. And where's the firewood?
See that pile of stones over there? That is our grill. And firewood. Well, we don't need that.
I see.
So, who shall light the fire?
We didn't start the fire.
Damn it, I was just thinking of that in my
It's
head.
always first.
The humans start the fire.
I could make my own this time.
Very subtle, Sebastian.
No need to be subtle about it, Zong. Your fire stunk up the whole area last year and made everything taste weird.
He's a twisted fire starter.
Okay.
I didn't notice a difference.
Yeah, because everything tastes the same to you, Maverick.
Oh, it tastes like chicken to you.
I told you I had the flu.
I'm pretty sure you gave us more than just your fire. I think we got some of your spit in there too.
Ew.
Backwash.
Yes, because of the flu, everything was congested, so it was hard to get anything out at all.
Why'd they even invite me if he was sick?
Yeah, I mean, ew. Imagine like flu tasting fire. Yeah.
I
You would think you would,
really hope that the
sanitize
fire
it.
would kill. Yeah, I was going to say, I really hope that the fire sanitized that.
I was gonna say that's how Harry Potter travels around with flu powder. It's a pretty slick way of traveling.
I'm not making this any better.
Excuses, excuses.
I'm just telling it you like it is. Besides, it wasn't even my idea to light the fire. You were all like, "Oh, Zog, I never lit the fire. He should do it. Don't blame me for getting what you wanted."
Yeah, and we certainly learned our lesson.
Dong, not even once.
You wouldn't be complaining so much about it if it weren't for the flu I had. Maybe I should light it again this time to prove you wrong.
No thanks. Last year was bad enough.
Why don't you do it, Bryce?
I think we're gonna have to do like the stage whisper to Sky.
I'm playing Satisfactory right now. Shadow, if you want to do Maverick, you can do him way better than I could.
Go ahead,
Let's
Shadow.
satisfy us with dragons instead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shadow. Go ahead, Shadow. How does Maverick sound to you?
Well, it's Bryce's turn right now.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I'm feeling up for the task.
Why doesn't Mel do it?
I like that idea.
Yeah, let Mel do it.
Well, it seems we have a unanimous decision here. Go ahead, Mel. Show us what you got.
Suddenly, they all looked at me, clearly expecting me to light the fire for them.
I pulled down my pants.
So we're shocked.
I don't suppose you have any matches and spray on deodorant, do you?
No, what you should have said was, I suppose you don't have any matches in Axe body spray.
Yes.
That's dots for everyone. We're all still watching me, not moving or batting an eye, when suddenly laughter erupted. You barely heard you there, Dronon. Sorry.
Haha.
It's the booming dragon noises.
Okay, guys, I get it. Joke's on me.
Should have seen your face.
Yeah, that was great.
Breaker.
Oh, don't pay them any heed. They're always like this.
You're in on it too. Yeah, I noticed.
Seriously, though, who should light the fire?
You really want to do it, don't you, Seb?
Is it that obvious?
Just go ahead then. We already agreed Zong is not doing it.
I told you I could prove you wrong this time.
Yeah, let's not ruin our barbecue 2 years in a row.
Well, maybe next year then.
I don't feel up for it this year, though. And with Maverick's aim, he probably shouldn't either. I'd rather not risk anything.
I could hit you anytime.
Sure. But we just want to have a barbecue, not set the whole beach on fire. Besides, Sebastian's fire always makes the food so crisp and smoky. I like that. Any objections?
No.
Me neither.
Master of Ceremony, would you light the fire, please?
Not an easy job, but someone's got to do it.
Sebastian went up to the small pit of stones they had prepared. Since his back was turned towards me, I couldn't exactly see what he did, but a few seconds later, a fire started burning among the stones.
He pulled it first, Ryder.
There we go. Well done, Sebastian.
My pleasure.
All right, everyone. Pick your poison. Wait, why do I get the sudden feeling a crunk's gonna come in my throat again?
No, don't you start it.
Just to get you up to speed, Mel. We've pretty much got everything here you could ask for. Of course, we have all the varieties of meat, but we also have some vegetables and cheese, if you're not into that sort of thing. We've even got some of the algae stuff we usually bring for Naomi, one of the girls at the department, but unfortunately she couldn't come tonight. Just help yourself and throw it on the fire. Sebastian always gets some veggies with his meat, whereas Zong goes totally crazy over the cheese stuff.
Getting crazy with the cheese whiz.
Now that I think about it, maybe it was just that damn cheese that made everything so bad last time.
Oh, shut up, or else I'll force feed you some of it. Ungrateful hooligan.
No thanks. Keep the cheese to yourself, please. Crazy old, you crazy gator.
God damn it, I got a joke for that too, and I'm not gonna say it.
Now, where was I? Oh, right. I personally go for the meat. As I said, the algae is normally for Naomi. She really likes the stuff. But she's one of the water kinds, so that's not a surprise, actually. I tried it myself once. Not really my kind of thing, but feel free to take some if you want to. And then there's Maverick. He just eats whatever he can get into his muzzle. Although I've heard some stories.
A few years ago, a sandstone managed to hide between some slabs of meat he got. He didn't even notice and just kept on munching.
How else do you know? Think I got this gravelly voice?
That was perfect.
Yeah, but that was with Bryce cooking, so I couldn't tell a difference.
Dronon.
That was an interesting tee-hee noise.
Oh, why you?
After all of us had made our selection and put it in the fire, we sat down in a circle around it. Of course, Bryce made sure that Maverick and I were not sitting next to each other. And apparently, we didn't even get to see. We didn't even get the selection. We just chose.
It was fine to get the cheese we were gonna eat, but oh well.
I was going to choose sausage.
Chosen poorly.
Interesting choice.
Oh, Bryce, how's that stint with Amara going for you?
It's weird, honestly. I'm not even really doing anything. I just have to follow her around and stand guard in her office. But here's the thing. Here's what makes it worse. I think I found out why she wanted me to do the whole thing in the first place.
Ooh.
Do enlighten us.
It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest.
Now you definitely have to say it.
Sexual harassment, panda.
Oh, I hear Coco's cat cameo in the background.
Oh, sorry.
Cat cameo.
Cameo cat.
I'm sorry. It's serendipity. Hold on.
They're having Chinese food on the beach.
Korean barbecue. No, Mongolian barbecue. Yes.
All right. The real reason why she wants me to be around her so much is that she totally has the hots for me.
Oh, come on.
Seriously?
I love the disapproving stare that Sebastian just has with that like slight curl to his lip. You wish.
There.
You know how you all know what she's like in public, right? But as soon as it's only the two of us in the room, she's like a totally different person. It's absolutely unreal.
I mean, I believe that she's different in private, but still.
Of course, Bryce. When you make up a story, just going out there with a high-ranking politician isn't enough. Obviously, she also can't resist your manly allure.
But it's true. I'm not even interested in her. For one, she really isn't my type. And regardless if it's her public or private persona, her personality really sucks.
What was that about sucking?
Even Sebastian got a jab in there. Holy shit.
I was about to say, that wasn't a jab from you guys. I thought it was for a second until I saw it was actually written down.
No, that was part of the script.
Oh, shut up. If no one wants to believe me, I'll just stop before I get into the really bad stuff.
I can actually confirm that she does act like a totally different person when she doesn't think she's being watched by the general public.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, Bryce, why don't you tell us more? What exactly does she like about you?
Well, what's not to like about me? I'm a totally self-centered prick.
We get it, Bryce. Let's just change the subject.
How about math?
It's true. I swear it.
Then give us some details. What's she like in private?
Spill the tea, sister.
So get this. It all started innocently enough. But as I told you, when we were alone, she started to get kind of weird after a while. She wasn't even remotely subtle about it either. Once the words cavity search came up, from her, mind you, not me.
She wants to be a
Come
dentist.
on.
Not those sorts of cavities.
I can't even listen to this anymore.
And then later, she was suddenly like, "Oh, my back is so stiff. Would you mind giving me a massage? You look like you have the proper strength to give me a good one." It's like she's not even trying to hide it.
Did you give it to her?
Oh, golly, Miss Molly.
Of course not. I told her I'm no good with massages, and that's the truth.
I mean, he is
look
a
at me, I'm a quadruped.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, he's a quadruped.
What am I gonna do? Pounce on her like a husky?
You just
Get
that
that
would be
ass.
that would be the Swedish massage.
put pause in her and do the cat need.
Either that or really strong nuzzles.
Who would have thought?
Also says, oh, shush. I see you in the chat there.
Do you really believe him, Seb?
I'm not judging, just listening.
Emera wanting you to give her a massage hardly constitutes her having the hots for you, though.
Am I the only one who read that name as Enema?
But we're going to say yes and move on.
I'm not even done yet.
Oh, there's more?
Scandalous.
Well, I'm done with this.
Earlier today, she told me how nice it would be for a child to grow up with 2 leaders for parents.
Oh boy. She's feeling her clock ticking. She sees the first not bad looking Earth dragon. That's what she's going for. That's what she's going for. She's going for compatibility. That's all she gives a shit about.
Gotta get them landworms.
Gotta get
Yes.
boom, boom, boom.
And a boom, boom, boom. Swiggity Swooty, he's coming for the booty.
Lemon smash.
Actually, I don't even think Bryce could
Becky,
have come up
I
with
got
that one
stuck,
on his
Becky.
Sorry, Jordan. Let's give this.
own. Actually, I don't even think Bryce could have come up with that one on his own.
I'm still not buying it.
Hey, at least you believe me, right, Mel?
I like to imagine as he's talking, hearing the people with the phone notifications, like the dragon's phones are going off with notifications of murders.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of them have pockets.
Right. Feel pockets?
I mean, they do if you're really creative
oh
about
god
it.
damn it!
Oh, so Sky, you can't do your part because you're too distracted with Satisfactory, but you can come in for that, huh?
Yes.
Anyways, I believe him. Yeah, sure. I do. I can totally picture Emera acting like that.
See? I told you. If Mel believes it, then it must be true.
Can't argue with that logic.
Maybe it's just the alcohol talking.
I didn't even have anything yet.
Sure, but with as much as you drink, your blood is like at least 10% beer by now. I bet you can't even get completely sober anymore.
Anyway, what do you think I should do about her?
Nothing, because you would, you made up the whole thing in the first place.
If I don't do anything, I'll probably end up having to marry her or something. Oh.
My queen, a new follower has come to bask in your glory.
And at that point, your story would actually be credible.
M. Tamer, thank you so much for the
And-
follow. And
Time for Ara.
And Nora, thanks for redeeming the Ara. Damn sis. Oh, stupid blue sis. At least you did it at a somewhat appropriate time, at least.
The dragons are all just going, wow, this human just goes R at the strangest times. I wonder why they do that.
It's a nervous tick.
Why don't you just tell her to stop?
Well, it's not that easy, considering our positions. Even though, yes, I am the chief, there's nothing I can do to prevent her from pulling me off the case and making me into her personal bodyguard. If I tell her off too strongly, she could totally make my professional life a total nightmare.
Not wrong there. You totally would.
I see. So this is a situation that requires careful deliberation and subtlety. Not exactly your strong suits, Bryce.
Well, that's why I'm asking the lot of you. Not that you're much better, though.
Maybe we should play along for a while, just to see what happens. And then, once the time is right, you strike.
Jeez, Maverick, I didn't realize you were taking lessons from Batman.
And would this strike refer to exactly?
When a union decides to not work.
I'm not going to indulge her in any way, shape, or form. Ugh. This kind of situation that's going to cause it. Wait. Let me try that again. I fucked that up. Ugh. This kind of situation that's going to cause a huge uproar if I include it in my memoir. Ugh.
Who's gonna read your memoir anyway?
Well, at least I know one person. At least. Mel, what do you think I should do?
Honestly, just
Hmm.
tell her how you really feel.
Are you sure about that?
Well, if you string her along, that would be pretty dishonest. And she might even be more angry when she finds out the truth than if you just told her up front.
Ha! Well, that brings up a good point.
And that scorned is nothing, and especially that one is nothing to trifle with. And it makes me curious, though. How does dating work in this world, considering there are so many sentient species around here? Is dating between different species encouraged? Maybe that's why Emra is so interested. Is there any crossbreeding? Or is there any sausage touching or anything like that?
On chicken brown cow?
Well, I'm sure those questions will go over well in this group.
Sebastian's look of disapproval is painful.
Crossbreeding. That's funny.
Well, there isn't any crossbreeding. It doesn't quite work like that. Besides, I thought you were into biology, so shouldn't you already know where hatchlings come from?
Yeah, the stork.
You are a completely different life form from what I've seen before, so I didn't want to make any assumptions.
There are many interspecies couples, though.
And what happens if those couples want to have a child?
Well, there are plenty of options, though usually it's either adoption or a child where only one of the parents is biologically related.
Emra totally wants my children, though.
Don't you want to be a father?
Hell no. I'm not ready for that. I wouldn't even know what to do with a hatchling. I'd probably end up either breaking its neck by accident or something like that.
Just use a glue stick.
Oh, don't bring up the glue.
Maybe shake it, it'll glow.
Oof. Oof.
Oh my god, you guys!
Snowman!
What about you, Mel?
What about me?
Mel wants to be covered in hatchies. We all know this.
Are you having the hots for someone here, as Bryce would put it?
To be honest, I have no idea what kind of relationship would be viewed here where I come from. I mean, sorry. Let me try that. Let me start that over again. To be honest, I have no idea how that kind of relationship would be viewed where I come from. Since we only have one sentient species, I'm not sure what sort of social norms we'd develop if that changed.
You get furries.
Well, technically speaking, you dating one of us is no different than Emra dating Sebastian, for example.
She has a point.
Hey, I'm not getting between the beautiful thing Emma and Bryce have going on.
Well, if you ask me, you can do whatever you like so long as you're here. Knock yourself out. Not literally. Don't give yourself a concussion.
Well, Mel has hung out with Lorm a few times now.
Spy.
Who's that?
You don't know? Lorm is the...
There's no need... Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can go back.
I missed what just happened there.
It was cut off. The game does sometimes...
basically a script cut off.
Yeah, sometimes...
I think Bryce purposely cut him off.
Yeah.
That was on purpose.
Yeah.
That was the
Bryce
script
purposely cut him off. What was that about lore?
Yes, that was
He
it.
literally just said Lorm is the and cut off.
Ah.
It's a scripted skip.
Yeah. There's no need to bring that up right now.
Yeah, it happened before once when we met up with Reza at the portal for the first time, and Maverick came in.
Yeah. I missed the line before Lorem.
Isn't
basically
Mel hanging out with?
Well, if you say so.
By the way, I think the food should be ready by now.
It's burnt.
Good catch.
Slowly, everyone shuffled towards the fire, which by now had become nothing more than an eerily glowing pile that illuminated the area. One by one, everyone took their hot food from the stone bed and placed it into the provided paper plates and bowls. When it was my turn, I hesitated, since I could still feel the heat radiating from the stones.
Is something the matter?
Yeah, I'm not fireproof.
I'm not hungry anymore.
I think this might be too hot for me to handle.
Ah, right. No scales. Ah, right. Let me get that for you. There you go. Oh, wait. I gotta do this right. Hang on. There you go.
Thanks. We resumed our positions in a circle around the glowing stones, and I waited for my meal to cool down, while the others started eating, and also to wipe off some of the spit.
Yep.
He uses forepaw.
Yep. Crisp
I think
and
he uses
smoky.
forepaw.
Crisp and smoky. Good job, Sebastian.
Oh, don't mention it.
Yeah, it really is quite good.
I'm still not sure how you can eat that cheese stuff, Zhang.
Are you going to make fun of my food choices again?
To be fair, we make fun of everyone and everything here.
Don't mind the cheese.
You wouldn't mind eating the whole bed of stones and everything on it as well.
Well, at least I try something different every once in a while.
Ha! I do too. I think there is at least 5 different kinds of meat this time around.
Bryce, a dragon after my own heart.
Case in point.
The food raining on the stones slowly disappeared as everyone got their additional helpings. Soon, even the last piece was gone. and silence started to set in as the banter slowly died down.
I think it's time for me to leave.
What? Already?
Hey, the babysitter can only stay here for so long.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I should also be heading off. You know I'm starting early tomorrow.
Well, guess we all got what we came here for. What about you, Maverick?
Looks like this party's over anyway.
Ha you party pooper.
I didn't go to the bathroom yet.
Now, don't, oh god, we're doing this. Alright, don't y'all get lost in the dark then.
Good night, Paul. Good night, Mom.
Of course.
And until next year.
Thanks for inviting me, Bryce.
I guess I should be heading off as well.
Oh, no you don't.
Oh dear.
What are you talking about?
Oh no.
Well, they all live in the vicinity, but your apartment is on the other side of town. I'm not letting you go home alone at this hour. Reza has always operated during the night, and he may just be waiting for an opportunity like this.
Oh, what do you want me to do then?
Ha! You can sleep over at my place.
Well, if you insist.
Damn. Now everyone left without cleaning up. At least you're still here to help me.
Of course, of course. We started to clean up together, but with the amount of trash left by 5 people, it was clear it would take a while.
Hey, you want to know where I got these scars? I bet you're curious.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
I was waiting for that.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Jumbo freezies.
Very.
You got covered by very nibbly hatchies.
I see.
What scars? I never even noticed.
Ah, that's a good one. I couldn't have picked more obvious spots if I tried.
Why so serious?
At least they make me look extra intimidating at my job. No one's gonna mess with the big, rugged chief of police. You'd probably think I got them from some crazy near-death case, but that's only true for one of them. But the other was a completely different story.
Now, if it's the neck one that's a completely different story, that's gonna be an interesting story.
Hey, it was a rough night. See, back when I was a kid, some of my friends and I always used to play outside and go adventuring together. We could go anywhere, so long as it was close enough to town. Woods, mountains, beaches. We loved to explore every single one of them. We got fairly familiar with our surroundings. Then, one day, we heard from someone that there was a system of caves nearby. Caves! That was something completely new to us. Of course, we went there as soon as we could. We were all very excited. It wasn't a big cave system, not big enough to get lost in, but we still had so much fun that day. So much, in fact, that I wanted to go back there right away. The next day, I called up a few friends, but they had a longer school day than I did. And instead of waiting for them, I decided to go at it alone. Turns out, going out exploring on my own was a little less exciting than doing so with friends. But I still had a pretty good time, and just walking through an entire underground system was quite the experience. Plus, since I was alone, I could take the time to explore every last nook and cranny that I wanted to. Maybe that was my mistake. When I was in one of the remote corners, the ground suddenly gave way, and I fell about 5 meters into the cave below. Luckily, I didn't get any serious injuries from the fall. But as I looked for another exit, an ominous realization set in. This particular cave had no entry or exit except for the one I came in. There were a few holes, but I could never fit through any of them or make them bigger in any way. Even if I could, I didn't know where they would have led. In the end, I had to try and climb out on my own. But, as you can imagine, I wasn't exactly the best climber in town. Even so, I still got about halfway before I lost my grip and fell down again, cutting my muzzle on the edge of a rock in the process. It bled pretty badly, but at least I knew to put some pressure on the wound. I couldn't try to climb out again, however, so I just waited.
Baby bunny.
Oh.
Aw, cutie.
Look at me. He's got strawberry jam on his lips.
It took several hours for anyone to even notice that I was missing. I must have been there for about four or 5 hours, all alone, before I heard footsteps above and a search party found me. Long story short, it turned out that besides the cave system we knew about, there was a much larger one right underneath. Those caves can only be entered with a guide now. And I got this lovely reminder of the experience right on my muzzle. Though I had plenty of time to think while I was down there. Later in life, I often returned to that experience.
I'll be right back in just a moment.
Okay.
Who said BRB?
A skill.
Oh. At first, it made me want to get stronger, but I realized that strength alone wouldn't have saved me. Our kind will probably never be able to climb much at all, but I can at least try to better myself. I guess the whole experience also kind of explains why I'm building these stupid wooden models now. Not feeling so helpless while I waited down there, though. It also made me realize I wanted to, well, help others. Having been saved by the police sure did a lot to make me want to follow the same path. Turns out I was even good enough to become a chief. Guess that's all of the trash. Thanks for the help. I suppose I'll have to tell you about the second scar some other time. Let's head back for now, shall we?
Sure. And also give me a sec. I'm hearing.
Whew, I
beeps,
gotta hydrate after that one.
I'm hearing beeps, but I don't hear beeps. I am going to go into disturb.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to
Okay.
stretch a little bit. Legs were getting sore.
No worries.
Looks like it's already later than I thought. We better head to sleep soon. You can take the couch. And I'll just sleep on the floor or something.
Now that's good acting.
Don't you have a bed?
Oh, this is just a temporary arrangement. Wanted to be closer to work, and with the new apartment, wasn't ready yet, so I had to stay here for a while. By the way, that was an actual yawn.
I was gonna say, great voice work, dude. That was great.
That was great.
You could have just called it and just be like, yeah, voice acting.
Oh, no,
I
no.
totally intended that.
I see.
But with all this armor, I'll barely even feel anything. So it really doesn't matter where I sleep.
Well, there's no need for you to sleep on the floor.
Wait, what do you mean?
Just in case.
She goes for the same one. Bryce, what are you doing on that little glowing box of yours?
It's like,
What are you
I
doing,
can just,
Bryce?
I could just see that right now. Bryce goes, wait, what do you mean? Hold on a second. Pushes button. What the hell is this?
What the hell is this?
The
Wait.
He looks down, sees the word "quick saving." Oh dear.
Oh, come on.
The couch is big.
Share the couch.
The couch is big enough for both of us.
It is, but I didn't know if you. Well, if you say so.
Hold on. Don't click it. Look at that look. That look.
Yes. Yes, the
That is a
wink.
very happy Drake looking.
There's your bed, Your Highness.
Said Your Highness too. That works so well for me.
So, is Mel Big Spoon or Little Spoon?
Well, you know what happens? Spooning leads to forking.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see you played Forky Spoony before.
Oh.
Oh my.
I'll take care of the light.
We'll get a
There
knife,
we
so
go.
cut that out.
Are you even going to sleep in those clothes of yours? It looks kinda uncomfortable.
We usually have separate set of clothing we wear during the night, or we just take off a few layers.
Ooh.
I see.
Wow.
Well,
But how? The light's
It's-
out.
well, it's not like I could take a layer off, except this little blanket here.
Have layers. Onions have layers.
Damn it.
Inappropriate Shrek.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
my god.
Mel, real
Yes.
quick.
Mm-hmm.
Check Twitch chat.
Oh my.
Oh, you. I can easily check Twitch chat because it's on my phone, but thank you, Aeros, for redeeming an ara. Why has no one submitted a ooh woo yet?
Well, that's like 10,000. That's a lot.
I have the points, it just doesn't feel right.
Is it okay for you to sleep like this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Touch, bad touch. Well, good night then.
I'm thinking of like Mel Little Spoon with
Good
like
night,
with
Grace.
legs on either side of his tail.
Just remember, Bryce can flex his back spikes now.
So that's why I was thinking Little Spoon. I don't think she wants to be Big Spoon with all those spikes.
Well, she has to be on the tummy.
Yeah, against the tummy.
Yeah.
Therefore, Little Spoon.
And if you were perpendicular to each other, it'd be a teaspoon.
Oh,
Ah.
Pat.
Lost.
Whoa, so many.
Passion. Superstition.
same 3 as
3
last time.
cards.
Same 3 as last time.
Mm-hmm.
Past, future, present.
Uh-oh.
The shot. It's always the shots, and when that comes up.
Shots fired. Hashtag.
I woke up with my eyes fixed on the ceiling wallpaper. A sense of dread lingering from a nightmare I no longer remembered.
How'd you get
And-
home?
Wait. Yeah, exactly. Like,
See, that's what always got me too. That always got me.
Damn it! I was going to do a thing with that involving that dude. You spoiled it. How many times would I see this apartment before I return to my old world? Or before something happened to me? Also, how did I
They
get back
totally-
here?
They totally ruined having a scene waking up with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a later romance thing.
Yeah, it's not over. It's very much not over.
I got ready for the day. Tried to shake off those thoughts.
Yeah,
That doorbell noise makes me
Alexa,
jump.
no.
Hey, Mel.
And right on the minute, you show up at this time every day, like clockwork.
Clocks are reliable, and reliable is good in this line of work. I've got something for you.
An envelope from the facility.
Oh my god. I
Oh,
just saw this.
these are the results from the test and a random blood. Yvette must have sent this before she was... No, it's no use thinking about that now. Maybe the test results will be able to help us. Let's see. Remarkable similarities in genetic makeup. Filling in the brain structure. Oh, I suppose this isn't the only reason you're here.
Well, the chief will explain everything once we get there. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we?
So when Sebastian is without his police cap, he's Sebastian. When he's wearing his hat, he's Sebastian.
Oh, now the system pops up.
I was just thinking of Mel seeing Bryson going,
Ooh,
"Good morning."
wait a minute.
again."
I just thought of something.
What?
I just thought of something.
What?
What if Chinona did read the system verbiage?
Sure.
Do you feel up
I
to
mean,
doing that,
if she
Shinona?
wants to.
Sure. My records indicate that you have already experienced this scene in a satisfactory manner. Would you like to skip ahead a bit?
Yes, please.
Yes, I want to skip ahead.
Yeah, Sky, are you
Cookies.
experiencing this in a satisfactory manner?
Very much so.
If anything, with you here, we
As
might be
you
able to
wish.
convince him to give up. Or we could act like we intend to trade you for the eggs if he tries to use them as a bargaining chip.
You're not going to use me as ransom, right?
We'll see about that.
I suppose if it's necessary, I'll have to play along.
I've got your back. If there's one thing we could do is make this whole situation even worse, it would be messing up with you.
We have the element of surprise if we walk into his base right now, but we risk Reza lashing out with his weapon. If we want to resolve this peacefully, observation is probably the way to go.
I guess we won't need Mel there for that, though.
True enough.
This is the dangerous part in the story. I remember.
Alright, Mel. You stay here and wait for further instructions. We may need you at a moment's notice. Don't do anything without without us telling you to. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Alright then. Let's go, Sebastian.
After you, Chief.
And Maverick, you did damn good today.
Thanks, Chief.
Because I'm Batman.
Hate to see him go, but I like watching him leave.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Shake that tail feather.
Shortly, after they vanished, Maverick also turned to leave. Ooh, that's right. That's why it stopped.
A blood. Wait, there's a blood drop symbol there.
Tell Maverick to
the
wait.
item that you got on a previous playthrough now count.
Why did it count last time? You had the blood report last playthrough.
Because technically it doesn't work. It has to bake a couple of instances into the story in order for it to actually work.
Really?
Because in this instance, she already has your blood, even though you never technically gave it to her. She just suddenly says, "Oh yeah, I have blood here. Let me do some tests."
So
wow.
does this mean we can't do Lorm's good ending because we only got the charger now?
No, you can still do it. There's still a day or two. There's still 2 short chapters left.
That's where the blood had to bake, but Lorm's sphere won't.
You already have the sphere.
Let's tell Maverick to wait. Wait. He stopped and waited for a few seconds.
What do you want from me?
Do you have something against humans in general? Or is it just Reza and me? Do you think you are superior to us because your wings, teeth, and claws, your fire? Or is it just jealousy or projected hate? I know the first day I met you, you were all hung up on people paying attention to us because we're human. I can assure you, there's nothing about us to be jealous about. Our world is a wasteland. He closed the door before he turned back around to face me.
Charles Hanson, would you have a seat right there, please?
That was timing.
You're really playing that innocent role, aren't you? Now you're offering yourself as a bargaining chip for Reza. At this rate, I might even start to believe you if I didn't have reason not to.
If I were with Reza, it would have been much easier for me to pull a gun on you too, the day you were shot. But I didn't even bring one when I came through the portal.
Plausible deniability. Or as we like to say, good cop, bad cop. If Reza's plan fails, you and the rest of humanity disavow Reza's action as his own and can still go through with the trade as agreed. And Reza would be dealt with, however. Yet if Reza's plan succeeds, you will have given us nothing and still have gained what you wanted.
If Reza got away, you'd still have me, though.
If your world is a wasteland, don't you think losing you is a price they would gladly pay?
Maverick's words made me think. Did I really have a complete picture before I stepped through the portal?
Foreshadowing!
I guess that would explain why I got the job in the first place.
Besides, Reza only stole the things humanity wants, so he's clearly not just doing this for himself.
His actions only started after that confrontation with you, though. Maybe none of this was planned.
Don't be stupid. You think I forgot about the secret message he sent you?
I still don't know what he would have told me if he didn't that day if he hadn't interrupted us.
He wanted to discuss his plans with you. Only after I found out the secret message he sent to you did I realize that all the messages sent back and forth between the portals could have been similar, even before your arrival. When the police searched Reza's apartment, of course none of these older letters could be found.
Those did not have any secret messages, though.
Is that so?
None that I knew of, at least. When he sent me that secret message, I initially had no idea how to read it.
But you knew it was a secret message.
Yes.
But that is not true for the messages he sent before you came through the portal?
I don't think so.
Maybe those messages weren't intended for you then.
We're not that different, you know.
What are you talking about?
I reached into my pocket. Still have that. Don't know how long it's been. I pulled out the wrinkled piece of paper and showed it to him. According to these test results, humans and dragons show remarkable similarities for different species from different evolutionary lines and completely different worlds.
Why do you think I care about that? It wouldn't make a damn difference to me if other dragons came through the portal instead of humans. I was the only one who followed Reza and knew something was off, but all of my concerns were swept away in the wind. It was never about you being humans. It's about my people not hearing my pleas and the leniency they were willing to show you, all in the name of fostering this diplomatic relationship. But you two came in here and strutted around like you owned the place as you tore my home apart. The blood of those who died is on the hands of everyone who allowed this to happen. If they'd listened to me in the first place, maybe I caught Reza that day I was wounded and things would look very different right now.
I agree.
Then why do you blame me for suspecting you?
All this time, I've just been helping the police.
So have I. Maybe they'll finally catch Reza and we'll see how all this turns out. Wait a minute. You had Anna perform these tests for you?
It was more the other way around. She was the one who wanted to study my blood.
Suddenly, I'm not surprised that you had these tests done. She can be ruthless when she wants something. What did she do to get your blood?
She just asked nicely for it.
Yep.
She asked nicely? Nothing else in this world right now could be worth more than samples of your blood, and you just gave them to her. You know what? Maybe I was wrong. Even if humanity and Reza cooked up a crazy plan, and if they are willing to sacrifice either of you for their own gain, maybe you really have nothing to do with it. Maybe you are just clueless. Doesn't really matter much, though. After all, you have nothing to gain from me if I change my opinion of you. To me, proof is the only thing that really matters, so my feelings on the issue is not important. If you work with the police long enough, you just learn to take things as they are. Maybe with you, I'll have to admit that I was wrong. But I won't ever stop looking for those who are responsible for this. And if I find them, I will show no mercy.
Then I had to wait. Bryce and Sebastian were observing the farm now. And if anything new happened, I would be the first to know.
Oh, wait. Oh.
I spent some time looking around Bryce's office, studying all the material he had gathered about the case, though there wasn't any information that I didn't already know.
That was a good moment between you and Maverick. You two gave each other really important information.
Is that the game or real phone?
It's the game. It's the game.
It's the game.
Oh,
I was just
Jesus.
like, man, who the hell's phone is ringing at this inopportune time? What the hell?
After a few hours, the
With the
telephone in
people.
his office rang, and not sure whether the call was intended for me or Bryce, I picked it up.
Well,
No, sir, this is a Wendy's.
oh, well, then in that case, can I get a large cheeseburger?
No.
He doesn't like cheese.
Oh, yeah, he hates cheese.
Yes?
I want a large sausage.
He wants the
Can
chili.
I get a double patty burger minus the lettuce, the mayonnaise, the ketchup, the bun? Just give me the damn burger.
Just give me the patties.
Put extra bacon
I
on it.
kind of don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Anchovies, you got the wrong man. I spell my name Danger.
I think you need to come here. I'll give you the directions.
I think you need to come see this cliche.
No problem.
Oh god, are we doing Simpsons now?
Oh yeah, game sins.
Yeah,
Game sins.
Nora said get Dev a little Drakey's meal.
I said Wendy's, not McDonald's.
Pizza on the roof. Oh no.
Ah, there you are.
So, what happened?
A whole lot of nothing. There was no movement to or from the building in the entire time we've been watching.
He usually operates during the night, so maybe he's just asleep?
In that case, it would be best for us to go in before he has a chance to make his escape.
Or maybe he's not even there. Or maybe he's not even in there anymore. He could have seen us and slipped away unnoticed, with plenty of time to destroy the evidence while we've been waiting here.
You're right. Either he's still inside, or he's already gone, and he's not coming back. Let's take a peek in.
What should I do?
You're coming with me. Sebastian, you walk around and watch the back of the building, just in case he tries to escape.
I'm on it, Chief.
So, we have two options here. First is that you stay here and I go inside. This way, if Reza tries to flee and sees you, it might throw him off. He might be able to stop him. Or if we get into a standoff, I can tell him you're here as well.
And the second?
You go in first, and I will follow you. This way, if we find him, maybe we can resolve things peacefully. You might be able to talk to him. Even if it doesn't work out, you've got me and Sebastian nearby to stop him. I don't think he's planning on harming you on sight, however. I'm seeing your Discord. There we go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And if
She's
we can
sowing
hear...
discord and chaos, obviously.
Yes. And if we can hear things starting to go wrong, we might still be able to surprise him.
So, either way, we take it by surprise. I just have the option of talking to him first.
I think you could pull it off. Maybe, if you're there, he won't act as irrationally as he would if I was suddenly standing in front of him. Now, I'm not going to force you if you don't want to do it, though.
I'll do it.
Yeah, we already know how important it is for you to get in there.
Yes.
All right.
This is a very dangerous point in the story here.
Mm-hmm.
This
All
could
right.
make
We already
a lot
learned
of
from the
things
last
bad.
run.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
did you
Yeah.
do the bad one?
Let's go.
Actually,
We haven't seen the bad one.
Oh.
Mel did the right call, and we've already learned about the booby traps.
Because I remembered it.
No, but all about the booby traps.
We slowly made our way to the
That's
front
why you're hanging
door.
out with guys.
I took a deep breath and tried to prepare myself for the possibility of facing Reza. The 10 scenarios and things I could say to him rushed through my head as I pressed down on the door handle. The door inched open with a creak, but I noticed a slight resistance and a strange sound that suddenly made me hesitate. When I looked down to the source of the noise, I saw a taut wire through the gap in the door, hovering over the floor of the entryway.
That was a pretty close call, you know. Too bad Reza wasn't here after all.
Maybe he ran when we saw us approach.
Strange, though. Very strange for him to leave everything behind. Everything he's stolen. All the generators are still here.
You think the trap was for us in particular?
Probably not. It was likely more of a general safety precaution. If he had any time to prepare for this, he would have taken the stuff with him.
True enough. I had no idea you could make a bomb out of a generator.
Then you just haven't been with us long enough. If you know how, it's actually not even that complicated.
And Reza somehow figured it out?
Oh, apparently so. Does he have any skills pertaining to engineering or electricity?
Well, he's worked on cars before, fixes a lot of things back home. I guess that would qualify?
What is a car?
He could also have done his own research.
Either way, this makes him even more dangerous. At least we now have a whole building's worth of clues here. Mel, can you get back to your apartment from here? We'll be busy with this scene for... Picks up forepaw, stares at watch. For quite a while.
Oh, you're not gonna walk him home again? Okay.
No problem. I'll leave
Sorry, miss. Official police work.
I'll leave you to your work then.
Good job, Mel.
Thanks.
So, do you think the study of tight wire walking would be tautology?
Where do you get these jokes?
I literally just look at words and immediately the association comes to mind. When I was younger, my parents would make me read the Encyclopedia Britannica 1987 edition and write book reports on this stuff. So I know words.
I am slightly surprised, but holy damn.
The whole encyclopedia?
A through Z, 0 through 1, and we still have 0 through 9, and we still have the books to this day in my bookcase downstairs, not 50 feet away from me.
Do you want to explain what encyclopedia was for people who don't know what it is? I'm being very serious.
Encyclopedia. I was also spelling these. Encyclopedias are basically very large books and volumes. They're basically pre-internet. They're basically everything you need to know about different topics. They would write them in alphabetical order and write miniature essays and reports on each individual word. So they're like very much so.
I have a 11-pound encyclopedia of science. It's about 4 inches thick.
Is that what you tell her?
Wikipedia about a book.
Oh.
And also have to
well curated.
and also if you want the updated version, you have to buy a new one. And
Yes.
You had to buy a new set every year.
Encyclopedia salesmen were actually very popular.
Very much so.
And also, they were just as trustworthy as Wikipedia.
Yep.
They were actually written by professionals and actual research subjects as well too. So there's a lot of good stuff to learn. Except, like I said, my parents thought I couldn't read when I was in school, so they made me write book reports on the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Wow, that
sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm sorry. Is it a form of punishment, or their parents were trying to make sure you stayed smart? I can't tell.
Because when I was in school, I wouldn't read in front of the people because I speed read very quickly. And so I would read books way ahead of everybody else. And as we're having, times, people are reading, it's just like this here, like if Mel was to read it, it'd be like, I'm surprised you called me. I'm just like,
It would
So
drive, yeah.
You were punished for your ability to skim and read before skimming and reading was a thing. Oh my god.
My dad was a speed reader, and so am I.
Ah.
But I never told my parents that I was being beat up by being smart in school. They always thought I was stupid because they led the teacher reports. Fun times.
Oh boy.
And because of
Trauma,
that, I am
everybody.
smarter. No, I am smarter than I would have been had I not. So I call it a positive.
Gotcha.
I knew it.
I'm surprised you
So
called
you're
me.
smart-witted and smart-mouthed.
Okay, guys, let's get on track.
Gotcha.
I'm surprised you called me back so quickly. How's the investigation going?
Oh, the investigation is going swimmingly, but as you can expect, we need all the help we can get.
As usual.
With how this case has been going, we've realized we have to employ external help.
The Dragon
Oh.
FBI.
Yeah, we've requested assistance from one of the cities. We hope they'll send some good investigators our way soon.
I see.
We were so close today. He could have been in there, you know? Maybe we just came a few minutes too late. And if he knows how to make bombs from generators, who's to say he won't start using them elsewhere?
Well, at least he doesn't have one any right now, does he? He said all the generators that were stolen are now accounted for, right?
True. Still, this whole case is going to be too much for a small-town police department.
I hope you'll get all the help you need.
Me too.
Thank
But
you
right
for
now-
calling Dragon Support Tech 9. How may I help you?
But right now, you can help us again. That's right, you, the player.
Well, what do you have for me?
When we searched the building, we found more than the things Reza stole. We also found this bloody bandage.
Da 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 da.
You think that's his?
That's what we need to find out, but given all we know, it probably is.
So he's wounded.
We know he was injured during the fight with his first victim, but whether this is from the same wound or something else, I'm not sure. In any case, you could bring it to the lab for us to find out more.
Sure.
Next, we have a witness who reported hearing loud bangs during the night. We'd like to send someone to make a follow-up visit. You'll need to confirm the witness statement, then see if he has anything new to share. Also, now that we've reclaimed your PDAs, we're going to send one to the archives for analysis. Since they have experience with human artifacts, they're better suited to do it than any of our departments.
No problem.
And lastly, we have the eggs. It's a relief that we found them unharmed in the building. They're safe and ready to be sent back to the hatchery.
Shouldn't we take care of those first?
It's not as urgent as you might think. Our eggs are pretty resilient. Being in the care of the hatchery is more an insurance than a requirement.
Oh
Some
gosh.
people choose to keep
Oh,
them in their
no.
Some people choose to keep them in their own home until they hatch, rather than having the hatchery take care of it.
1 second, guys.
Zero, thank you for the inappropriately timed ara. Weirdos.
You know why oil is so bad for your skin?
What?
Because in the night it makes bumps.
Well, I could go drakes and eggs and drakes. That's how Milcelli is in shape.
Anyways, Dronon's line.
The hatchery has been notified.
With an amazing recipe for dragon scrambled eggs.
The hatchery has been notified, but they won't be able to send someone for a few hours. I've heard that they're really understaffed, like us.
Everyone's understaffed, surprisingly, for a large population of dragons. They seem to be understaffed.
If you bring the eggs and the paperwork to them, you'd speed up the process, but it's not an urgent matter.
If you don't want to do no
I see.
vodka.
In any case, I'll just leave everything here until I get to it, so feel free to do these tasks as you wish. I know it's laughable that we don't even have a free hand for simple errands.
Well, don't worry about it.
By the way, are you planning to attend the summer festival?
Could I? It's hard to think of something fun when I'm wrapped up in this investigation.
Oh, for sure. It's important to take a short rest to your head. There's so much to see at the festival, particularly the big fireworks.
Dragons enjoy fireworks too? I would think something like that would feel so commonplace, since many of you breathe fire.
Not quite the same. We still appreciate the wonder of colorful bursts in the sky. On the last day, there's always a big fireworks show. Everyone usually attends it.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Yeah, it has this great tradition behind it. What peeves me the most is I'll be on guard duty when it happens this year, so I probably won't be able to see a thing.
Little does he know.
I'll be sure not to miss it then.
Anyways, I should get back to the investigation now. I'll leave the stuff for you here, and I'll take care of the rest once I get back, okay?
Sure thing.
Good luck, Mel.
You too.
Alright. We know what to do, because last time we got the blood
Yep.
and we did the eggs, so we should the other one.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess we want to do the other ones for you to discover more things.
Yep. The witness and the PDA. So, let's take the PDA. Doesn't look like Remy's here.
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
Do you happen to know where the audio section is? I'm looking for some sheet music.
Sorry, I have no idea. I don't even work here.
Ah, don't worry about it. The staff all seems to be hiding somewhere, as per the usual. Anyway, have a good day.
Even when different species, people just walk up to you and go, "Hey, do you know where this is?"
Like, okay,
Well,
don't you
yeah,
hate
it's a
it?
small town.
He's looking for sheet music. That'd be in the bathroom.
Okay, but Davwyn, he's a human. He obviously does not know where dragon stuff is in the dragon library.
Actually, I think this is one of those parallel universe ideas that you can actually look through the library and find sheet music, and I think that's on Remy's path. And you can
You
actually
also-
help him out.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that, yeah, you ask other patrons at the library because you don't know what they might know.
Pardon me, sir, but do you have any Grey Poupon?
Anyways, maybe Remy is somewhere in the back or in his office.
Oh, Mel, why don't you go to remind people what the Kobold Maid's talking about?
Yes, the Kobold Maid. Once again, she will remind people that right now I'm in need of financial aid, particularly with my student debt, because I have defaulted on it, and I am looking for whatever help I can get. So far, I've gone over $250 so far, and it's much appreciated for all those who donated.
It'd be a big help, even just a little bit, because at the moment it's effectively taking every one of Mel's paychecks. She's getting by, but the sooner she can dig her way out of this, the better.
Well, welfare checks, but yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so that's why every little bit helps, and people who've given is a big, big, big help. And let the Empress or Her Majesty continue doing more fun content.
Yep, we're all doing this and hoping everybody enjoys it.
Yep. Hello?
Ooh, there you go, Coco. You get a part.
Oh boy, it's everyone's favorite Earth Dragon, Emra. You know, this section's usually for staff only.
I'm just looking for Remy. I'm supposed to drop off this PDA.
Well, he's out working today. Apparently, he has other engagements. If you define him, he's probably, I don't know, at his house.
Can't I just leave the PDA here?
Oh, I'm not going to take responsibility for this. If it gets lost, if you want to drop it off, go find him.
Okay.
By the way, I hope you do not take it personally that I tried to send you away. To be honest, I am glad you're still here. Remember, I said I believed you when you told your side of the story. I always do what is right in the public's interest. Now they will not blame me if you have any connection with Reza. I hope you understand that. Here's Remy's address, just in case you need it, dear.
I was kind of expecting Bryce to butt in, just since he's obviously still acting as your bodyguard.
Apparently they didn't want it complicated.
Well, considering what happened, she probably let him go to do the police things.
If he did tell her, yeah.
Wait, are you good at massages? My bodyguard is Spanish.
Oh, look at the blushy Remy.
I was gonna say.
Oh, it's you. I don't think it's a good time for you to visit right now, though.
I just came by to give you this. I was already at the library, but Emma refused to let me drop it off there.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's one of your PDAs. I was really looking forward to this.
Well, here you go.
Thanks for coming by.
Enjoy.
That it?
Talk to me.
I'm glad that was it. I'm glad that was it, because if you do certain bad options, that event would have gone a really dark turn.
Well, what happens?
Is this something that we will find out organically?
We can make it
I
come
don't want it to
organically
happen.
if you don't.
Oh, go ahead.
You can make it. We can have it come up organically, but it would require us being a bit of a bad person.
So, okay, if it's the asshole path, go ahead and spill the beans just a little.
Yeah.
All right.
Spill the beans a little.
Let's just say it involves a rope and a chair.
Oh my god.
Oh my! I'm guessing that's what happens if you reject him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, so you come...
He pulls
Poor
a
Remy.
doki before it was the thing.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, his ties made use for other things.
So why does he do that? I mean...
Because he's already on the tipping point with his boss constantly picking on her.
He lost his mate.
Oh.
He's on the tipping point of depression.
Which is why he's always so flustered, and he likes to wear a tie because he sees humans in his research that humans wears ties, so he wants to wear a tie because he can impress the humans. But you play with his feelings, and yeah.
Yep.
Oh my. Yeah, I wouldn't want to voluntarily do that.
There's the good. The
Yeah,
bad,
that's a
and
hard
the
pass
ugly.
doing that one.
It's
hard
a very,
pass.
It's a very rough storyline. Like, you literally have to harden your heart because they make it like, this is really bad. You player, this is really bad. Understand what you're doing.
Yeah, this game is definitely giving me the feels almost as hard as Undertale did.
Oh,
Yeah, so they force you to do situations because people are completionists and you have to do everything to get the whole story. Not funny.
Well, you actually don't need to see the bad endings to get everything to get the true ending. You just, if you're morbidly curious, you can. But
actually, the neutral ending, you literally just ignore everybody. You really don't do anything, and you just go to the fireworks alone. You meet Reza. And that's it.
So at least this is one of those games so that you're not forced to go down all paths. You can be a decent person.
Endings. There's 13 actual true endings in this game, but there are multiple paths you can do inside those endings to make everybody happy.
And then there's like a hidden, his super secret ending, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Somebody asked, he kidnaps you? Question mark. I don't know when that was asked.
There because
he does not.
no, it's not that kind of rope and chair situation. It's the kind where they find something.
He misinterpreted. Yeah,
A
Remy
long
ends his
drop
life.
and a short stop.
It's
Ooh.
if there's a
Yeah.
it's a tying rope to ceiling fan.
We got it, and Remy ends his life. That's all we need to say.
Anyways,
Yes.
let's visit the witness now.
All right, Yuri.
All right, Ibsen was the witness.
But no one has voiced Ibsen
So,
yet.
Sky, are you gonna come back?
Well, why don't you ask
Well,
Chinola?
don't we have Chinoa?
Yeah, Chinola. Let's
Yeah.
have her voice Ibsen.
If you want Shinona to do it, okay. Shinona, want to do Ibsen? Ibsen is an intellectual, but very casual and friendly.
You know, I forgot about the potted
It's
plant in
you.
the back, so looking at the picture, I thought it had leaves stuck to them. Anyway, sorry, Chinona, go.
He's a nature dragon.
You're also Lorm's roommate.
Okay.
Anyway, go again.
Oh, it's you. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm working with the police and hoped you can answer a few questions.
I think I have a bit of a delay is the problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you
Shinona,
watch
if you
on
watch my Discord, you can
Yeah, watch through the
see
Discord.
the immediate.
She's got the stream up there.
yeah,
Me.
she's
Yeah,
like,
no, it's actually not wanting to watch through your Discord even more.
Oh,
Because I responded to your call for witnesses about last night, right?
yes.
Oh, wow. All right. What do you want to know?
Oh, can you tell me what's happened? Sorry, what happened?
Let me take a minute to think about this.
Sure. I was running an experiment in my home laboratory and was waiting for it to finish.
Here, let's put on hold for
Mel.
1 second, folks. I got a fix for this. Mel,
Or
I'm
Mel,
gonna do
if
the
you-
chat.
Mel, if you watch
on,
the
guys.
stream with Chinona, then you'll be on the same delay.
No,
so-
I'm gonna do the chat cha-cha. Give me 1 sec.
that cha-cha?
Yeah, there's a chat
Yeah.
cha-cha that we can
Cha
do.
cha, real smooth.
Okay, hang on, folks. Those of you that have easy access to Discord, jump into general. I will yank you back.
Okay, so he just goes, need us to go in general? Okay, hold on. Ah!
No, those who can't watch right now.
I am so confused.
It's I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. He's trying to do the whole because Discord is stupid with the server.
I can't drag users, Mel. You didn't give me that permission. I need you guys to manually move down. I kept dragging the channels because I don't have permission to drag users.
Oh. Hold on.
You haven't given me proper mod rights.
I thought I gave you that right.
Just jump down manually into general. We all need to be out of the. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Mel in first.
You should. Real quick, you should have a gear to change the forcibly change the region.
No, we want Mel to enter first because it'll configure the region and the streaming coding for her. Anyway, okay, Mel. So now restart the stream for Shinona. Now that we're all on the same server, it should do it right the first time.
And hopefully it will work.
Bingo.
And
The bangs outside. They reminded me of small explosions. It sounded like they were coming from just around the corner.
I see. Did nothing about this seem unusual to you?
Not really. I know I've caused a few similar disturbances with my experiments before. If someone else decided to take up home experimentation, they certainly have my approval. Besides, I wasn't in any position to abandon the experiment that was running at the time, or else it could have had a similar outcome.
Thank you. I think that would be all.
No problem. By the way, are you going to meet with Lorm again anytime soon?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
You've hung out with him a few times now. You see, he doesn't have many friends, and I think he's starting to like you.
Aww.
Well, that's not really unusual.
It's just, if something happens the next time you meet, don't be mad at him, okay?
Okay.
Aw, I know exactly why he's saying that.
Thanks for all your help. I'll take care of the remaining tasks so you can take the rest of the day off. I'm sure you have things to do other than helping the police department.
It's no problem, really. My trip to your world wasn't supposed to be a vacation.
Alright then, I'll see you next time.
See you. After this fateful day, glad to finally have some sort of respite. I wandered into the kitchen as I considered tonight's dinner. Should I cook something or order out? When I returned to the living room, I suddenly found my strength leaving me and collapsed to the floor.
How is that kind of weird? You just like pass out like that.
Blow dart.
Because you
Drugged or
got
something.
either drugged or hit from behind, one or the other.
Blow dart.
And another good voice acting thing for Chinoa, since we already know the administrator's face.
Next thing I saw was a blurry stone ceiling. As my eyesight slowly returned, I managed to sit up. I was in a cave. Before me stood a familiar, mysterious face.
I apologize for the violence, but I can assure you it was the easiest way.
No.
My records indicate that you have already experienced this section in a satisfactory manner. Would you like to skip to the character selection?
Yes, because this is a very wordy part.
Oh god, yes, it's very lots
It
of
has
words.
many, many words.
As you wish.
I just love how Shinora just immediately jumped on the
She cuts
administrator.
herself
and then
off. It's great. It's just like that's
Voice change.
I thought there was going to be
So
a
that
slight
was-
shift until
So, for people who are unfamiliar, that was called the administrator. She's a recurring character who's basically in charge of the story, pretty much at this point.
Yep, on
She explains
on
a
VOD
lot.
number 3, we go through the entire conversation with the administrator. The VOD should still be up. If not, I will also provide my YouTube playlist for everybody too.
So
It'll be in
she's-
stream just a few moments.
So she's basically like the architect in like the Matrix, right?
I
quite.
am the architect. This is the Matrix.
Yes, and I believe it's round about the 3-ish hour mark into the stream.
Yeah.
I know kung fu.
Okay, into that stream there.
And there you go, chat. I've provided the link to the full playlist for those that want to see the whole conversation.
Yep. So continuing.
Seems there's nothing for me to do this morning. Guess they don't need me at the police department. Not that I mind. Seems I got some messages. Let's see.
Message 1.
Hey, Mel, you want to meet up and go somewhere? Just the two of us?
Just the two of us.
I just want to get out. Honestly, I just want to get out of my crummy temporary apartment.
Temporary.
I know those feels. I know those
Well,
feels.
if you don't want it to be crummy, stop eating so much cookies in bed.
Hey, not my fault that I'm not paid enough to get decent amount of food. I have to live off of snacks.
From the vending machine at work.
Yes. Besides, I'm sure we could think of something fun.
Wow, wow.
Is he thinking what I'm thinking?
Want to smash? Becky, I have stick.
Message 4.
Oh, I thought that was somebody like getting censored in the chat. That was hilarious. It's like, wow, Mel has a beat bar? Cool.
Anyways. Hey, it's me. Do you want to meet up again? I know you're busy, but the summer festival is coming up soon. I'm not saying we should go, but we certainly could if you want to. In any case, call me back when you hear this.
And now you have achieved the gotten the achievement of popular.
Popular.
You've had 2 messages waiting for you.
That's my line.
Yeah, let's try to read it.
Anyways, so let's meet up with Lorm first.
I have a distinct feeling I'm going to be skipped.
No, actually not, because this one is changed.
Oh, it's changed?
This one should be changed.
Hey.
Hey, Lorm.
So, is this where you live?
Oh, you already got a glimpse when you delivered Rez's letter, remember?
Oh yeah, but back then I didn't really notice anything. I was nervous.
Why were you so nervous?
Well, there's the fact that I was going to speak to a human. Plus, I didn't know if you'd actually listen to what I had to say. And then I also wondered if I was going to remember everything I wanted to tell you, or worse, I'd get thrown out like I was with Ron and try to talk to Reza.
You actually talked to Reza?
Well, not really. He just took the letter I had for him and closed the door. But that was before you arrived here.
Do you know who sent the letter?
It came through the portal, so I assume it was from a human.
I see.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh, that must be the spear you found.
Lorm walked up to the table. He picked up the round object I found at the park. Yeah, maybe you can help me find out if it's actually Ipsum's or not.
Sure. It looks like it has no battery, though.
You turned the sphere a few times, then placed it on the base and plugged it in. You have assembled the Ixamen sphere.
Keep stealing my lines.
You touched the. Oh right, sorry. I've gotten so used to it.
Cheers.
Oh,
sorry.
It's a moment that she gets to live for, and you take it away from her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been doing it this whole time, so it's like
Chappelle's been doing the system for like 4 streams so far.
He touched the base in a particular way. In response, writing appeared on the sphere's surface. Booting Windows XP.
Oh dear God. Oh,
Windows 98.
Look how cute he is.
He's seeing into the future.
No wait, booting Windows ME.
Oh.
Only thing worse is NT.
Looks like it really is an Ipsum spear. You'll be relieved to know that it was found.
So, what can we actually do with it now?
Play solitaire.
Nothing really, unless you know what the password is. That is.
It's a password.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5. Just like my luggage.
Okay, guys, let us do our thing.
Sorry. That was me. I was adding to it. Well, that's a shame.
I do happen to know his password, but it's only for emergencies.
No playing around with the sphere. Then got it.
By the way, did you hear about Ipsum? Apparently he's become a witness for a murder case.
My records indicate that you have already experienced this scene in a satisfactory manner. Would you like to skip to the end?
Yes.
That was a bit of a hard smack forward, but okay.
Well,
that is where the timelines converge.
Yeah, it's
I
now
suppose so, yeah.
all the conversation about Lauren being intersex.
Yeah, but it was just he was talking about Ipsum, and then it's just like whoop.
Skip function 10 times, you skipper.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny.
His Lord looks tired.
He's
Well.
pissed off. He skipped them.
What
We're
is
not
it?
even on a boat.
It's supposed to be a 3-hour cruise.
Anyways, Mel said, "What is it?"
I'm a hermaphrodite. I was born with both sets of sex organs, and before you ask, no, that's not something that is at all common for any of our dragon species. In the eyes of some, that makes me a freak in nature. Something that needs fixing or shouldn't exist in the first place.
Well, I don't mind.
You don't?
Sure. Some people may think that is odd, but I don't really care. It's just another part of who you are.
Well, thank you. That's such a great big relief.
I was just thinking, would it be politically incorrect to tell him to screw themselves?
Oh, so bad, naughty,
Oh,
naughty,
insensitive, meanie.
You're going to go to the naughty jail.
Yeah, join me in the naughty jail.
Your
You know,
license.
it's not always... Guys,
Is it the horny jail?
you know, it's not always the bullies who go after me once they know. Too often, it's also been people who I thought were friends. So whenever I meet another person, I have to prepare myself for this conversation, not knowing whether or not if they will suddenly turn against me when they find out. And the reactions can be very different. Some get angry or make fun of me. Others feel betrayed and don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. By now, I think I've seen it all. I'm so glad that you're not like them, but it's always a gamble. Maybe the next person I'm going to tell will become violent. How can I put myself out there when I know this could happen wherever I go? You know what I mean? What will people do when they find out about me and my game? I just don't know. That's what I'm worried about. I only wish there was a place I could be safe from all that, where it just wouldn't matter that this is who I am.
There is. Perfect, Andy.
In the human world, he'd be very popular.
I was gonna say, how do they pee?
Yes.
I could throw a textbook at you about possible dragon anatomy, but not here.
Is someone like you someone with a place of authority said something, maybe that could change things. I know you can't interfere with our politics, though. You're an ambassador. Doesn't mean I have hope that something like this will happen to change one day. I should probably go now. It's getting late. You've made me feel a lot better, though.
Aww.
You told me not to worry about the future, and maybe you're right. Sure, there's still a lot of work ahead, but maybe it's not as hopeless as I thought.
It never is.
Hey, do you still want to see the fireworks show together?
Sure.
Oh, you're going with him.
Alright. I'll just give me a call in a few days and we can discuss the details.
I'll do that.
Alright, I'll see you then.
See ya.
Okay, your jabs can happen now.
Another free day. Yay me.
You sound so much enthusiasm.
It's just hard to stay in feelies when I get derailed every 2 seconds.
Oh, I don't get the final option with Bryce.
Oh no. Well, you can at least go see Remy.
Wait, you
Or-
can't do the final option with Bryce? Well, why not?
Nope.
Because you just
That took a full day.
yeah. You just agreed to go see fireworks with Ipsum.
Oh, I thought that you guys said that it was possible to
Worm.
do 2 people at once.
Well, we'll snack up some Bryce next playthrough.
Oh my.
We'll get some rest.
I know I couldn't possibly say it in that sentence in any way, shape, or form without you guys doing that, but okay.
Well,
Make it too easy, Davwyn. Too easy.
You make me sad.
We'll get some rest.
But so all that
What?
romancing
No,
with Bryce,
what?
and you can't do him you can't do anything with him as well. That kind of
Well,
sucks.
do you want me to meet Remy? If you meet Remy, does anything happen?
No.
If you get lunch, anything happens?
No, it's the same ending line path.
Okay.
So let's get some rest. And I decided to spend the day relaxing in my apartment. I don't know when things will start to pick up again, so I figured it'd be better to get some rest as long as I still could.
That still sucks. You couldn't do Remy or
Bryce.
do Bryce and Lorm's things together. Hope. Intuition. You got the intuition card 3 times in this session.
Probably because you're going for his ending. I mean, you are going to the fireworks with him.
So we got hope. After a night of turbulent dreams, my consciousness returned to the shores of the waking world. Well, today's the day of the big fireworks. Who shall I bring? Lorem.
I'd like to give any choice.
I mean, I could go alone. Well, it's time to go. Oh, I still have Ixamen sphere. I could give it to Lorem when I meet with him.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Take the sphere. The sooner Ipsum gets us, the better. I took the sphere and put it in one of my pockets before I headed out to meet Lorem.
You got all 5 big pockets.
You finally remembered to take the spear with you for once.
It wasn't charged the last time, so it wouldn't have mattered.
After a few minutes of walking, I arrived at a rather empty-looking area near the edge of town. Hey, Lorem.
Hey, Mel.
You were right. Something much better than mingling with the crowds. I can do without the extra noise and screaming.
Yeah.
Why is there screaming?
So, what are we going to do now?
Just wait.
Is that an Ixamen spear in your pocket, or oh?
Oh, I also brought Ipsum sphere. Maybe it can finally find its way home.
Hey, Mel.
Yes?
When's the last time you saved?
It was before I made.
Ago.
It was a fair bit ago. It was it was just before I made the suggestion to share the couch with Bryce.
Okay, because I was going to say, had you had saved before you did the choice with Bryce and Lorem, you could continue. You could have continued Lorem's all the way to its completion, loaded up the save, and then complete Bryce all the way through. So you get two endings in one stream.
Is there an autosave?
There may be. You might want to check on that.
Yeah, go check right now, Mel, because if there's an autosave, it's actually better for us to go back, do a full save, and then just fast forward back in.
I don't know if that would actually save or destroy the progress on one of the endings.
What happens is when you complete the ending, it completes it because it adds it to your character file. It adds it to your actual save file. But if you go back and do a different ending, it also compiles that as well too.
Okay, so you get 2 for the price of 1.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how you do. That's how you can do like multiple endings without. That's why it also has the skip function or the system function that also does it. I think. But just save, just to be safe, because you have 24 slots to save. Or I'm sorry.
Don't save it.
Hang on.
Here.
Don't save here. We want to load back to the last autosave.
Yes, save
that was before your choice, and then manual save again.
Yes.
So load
auto 3.
Let's see if that
chapter 4.
If that one is it though, because I think it auto saved after.
Go back one more.
It won't. It doesn't have one. Yeah, this is both. It auto saves the moment you select Lorem.
Try autosave 2. Where does that take
That's
you?
chapter 5.
Oh.
So we can't can't go far enough back. Oh well. Okay, reload the save you just made then.
Yep. Sorry.
We tried.
Nope, that's fine. I should have thought about that earlier. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
It was a great idea.
For next time though, if you want to do 2 for 1, just remember to save beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Would you mind holding on to it, though? I don't really have a bag or anything to put it in right now.
Well, that's alright. Just remind me to give it to you later.
Sure. I think it's starting. Look.
We were quiet as we waited, and the stillness of the night enveloped us. Soon, I heard the sound of the first rocket making its way into the night sky, after which it exploded in a pattern of colors. And then every Yahoo also started setting off theirs because they could.
It's amazing. They know what gunpowder is, and they make rockets. They can't make guns.
No fingers.
They're peaceful.
More rockets followed, their thunderous noise echoing throughout the land. Also, they have their claws, fangs, and fire breath. Remember, they're programmed to be weapons themselves, so they wouldn't think to make their own weapons.
They would have been weapons had it not been for the administrator's tinkering.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are literal weapons. Their own bodies are weapons. They just refuse to use them as such.
Unless they have, unless of course they have to. Like there are bad guys, there are criminals in the society too. So something.
Yeah, but the point though is all of the desire to hunt and kill has basically been sapped out of them down to the point that they have less killing instinct than even a cat would.
I'd say roughly the same. But the point.
My cat wants to kill everything.
So, laser pointer test on the dragons?
We tried that in VR. It worked on half of them.
Pretty.
And this is suddenly terrible realization hit me. Considering how public of an event this was, and how I was told multiple times that everyone would be watching the fireworks, now would be the best time for Reza to do anything he planned to do. Not only was the village basically deserted, but the sounds of the fireworks would also overshadow any gunshots, giving him as much security as he would ever have. As the portal had been repaired by the mysterious person I met, now was the perfect time for Reza to make his getaway, and I was the only one who knew. Lorem, we need to go. I think we need to go. Now.
Oh, what's going on?
I know where Reza is.
Really?
We need to stop him.
We? What do you think I can do? He's twice as big as I am. Let's not forget about his weapon.
I could try to hold him off. You go and get help.
All right. Wait a minute. Give me the sphere.
There you go. I watched as Lorem took the sphere from my hands and slid their finger over its interface in a peculiar way. After a few seconds, they were done, and the sphere was back in my hands.
It may not help you much, but if something goes wrong, just throw it at him.
Alright.
Where is he anyway?
The underground building. Let's go.
I mean, I go, you stay.
I go, you stay.
No following.
I arrived at the portal just a few minutes later. I couldn't help but be glad that it was still turned off. It didn't appear to have been used recently, but it meant Reza was still here, somewhere. I looked around, thinking about where he could be, or if it was worth waiting for him here, when I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Hesitating, I drew nearer. Unfortunately, I still couldn't save Sebastian this run.
He still
Poor
got
Sebastian.
He got crazy with his
I feel fine.
I checked Sebastian for any signs of life and found nothing. However, his body was still warm.
Just a flesh wound.
Reza was here
And
very
will be known
recently,
as Bell.
but he hadn't used the portal just yet. Why? Sebastian's guard post was not just for the portal itself, but also the surrounding area. Since Reza was already here, probably had some unfinished business very close by. The underground building. The administrator had told me all about the prowess of the generators within. It probably hadn't been very hard for Reza to guess the same, or to try stealing them from a place he knew would be even more deserted than the rest of the village was right now. He also didn't have far to go from the portal. All things considered, it was the only option that made sense to me. I could have waited for Reza here, but in the end, I decided it would be better to meet him underground. If there was going to be a confrontation, I was sure I would have the advantage in a more crowded space. Even in the darkness, it was easy for me to spot the site where they had unearthed the building's entry, as it was in a roped-off area that I had seen from afar before. When I entered the building, I was met by a long, illuminated hallway that was lined with doors on both sides. Since the lights were already on, Reza had to be very close. I wasn't surprised at the building still having electricity, since its generators were also powering the portal. Suddenly, one of the doors opened, and out came Reza, carrying a large cardboard box. When he spotted me, he set it on the ground.
You're not going to skip me, are you? No.
Hey. Mel, you're here? You don't know how glad I am to see you. I've wanted to talk with you for so long. I even tried to contact you, but I couldn't with someone tailing you the whole time.
I'm sorry, I have to ask, Don and Skills, you both have handled Reza at some point. Do you guys want to toss a coin or what?
Right ahead. That's perfectly fine.
Okay,
Thank you. But talking can wait. Now that you're here, I've got something. Come on, help me with this, and let's get out of here.
No.
No. What are you talking about?
I'm not doing anything until you answer a few questions.
Do you want to talk now? Sure, why not? Probably got a few hours if we wanted to. None of them will disturb us here. We could even get the backup generator as well after we set this one, send this one over.
You know what? I'm not having this conversation with you again.
What are you talking about?
Your plan, Reza. I know all about it.
Great. Then stop wasting time and help me with this.
I'm not here to help you. This is where it ends.
It's your problem, Mel. You know that, you know about the comet, so we can't stay here.
Just shut up, Reza. I'm not in the mood to talk with you anymore. I don't need to, because your friend has just arrived. Suddenly, Maverick and Lorem appeared next to me.
Shush. You planned this, didn't you, Mel? Traitor!
He pulled out his gun, not sure which of one of us he should be aiming at.
Just let me go, and I'll forget this thing ever happened.
You've got 6 bullets for 3 people. Do you really think you could do that, Reza? Do you think it's worth risking your life for?
I've been risking my life for this every day for the last 2 weeks. What did you do during that time? Sip champagne in your nice apartment. Besides, this generator and the whole building came from our time. They belong to humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
Suddenly, the administrator came up from out of the shadows, in the hallway behind Reza.
No, they belong to me.
Confused, Reza spun around, aiming his gun at the newcomer, who was slowly walking towards him.
Who the F are you? Freeze! I said freeze!
It's okay to say fuck. You can say fuck.
Personal policy. Moving on.
Okay.
Want to waste your bullets on me? Feel free. You can't stop all of us.
If you say so.
He pulled the trigger, and the administrator fell to the ground with a dull thud that knocked her mask off.
Okay, if she knew this was coming, why didn't she wear, like, I don't know, a bulletproof vest or something?
My first instinct was to run away, but as Maverick and Lorem started charging, so did I. Reza was quick with his aim and shot at Maverick till he went down. Lorem took flight with a few beats of their wings. I was about to collide with Reza, but at the last moment, Reza got out of the way and hit Lorem with a well-aimed kick.
I'm surprised you haven't used the sphere yet. I thought you were going to throw it at him before he shot the administrator.
Give me a sec.
Lorem collided roughly with the ball and fell to the ground. Remembering Lorem's words, I took the spear and threw it towards Reza as hard as I could. At first, it looked like it was going to miss, but the sphere adjusted its path and flew straight towards him. Reza aimed at me, but the sphere hit him before I could pull the trigger. He lost his balance and stumbled backwards before he fell to the ground.
Aimbot.
As he got up, I saw that the barrel of his gun was now bent out of shape. When he realized this, he bolted towards the exit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to make a comment about this. That's a really, really shitty design gun. If the barrel bent.
So Lorem configured the sphere and you just simply used it as a blunt throwing object?
Yep.
I thought something pretty cool was gonna happen. Like I don't know,
I was
like
gonna zap him or something.
yeah, or EMP wave or something like
Flashbang.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
flashbang, an EMP
cool
wave.
The cool thing is, it was an aimbot dodgeball that hit his gun and made his gun completely useless, thereby eradicating the possibility of him using it on any other creatures in this playthrough.
And I'm gonna say the administrator knew all this shit's going down. I mean, we'd think she wore like I don't know, bulletproof vest or something dumb like that. Like Kevlar.
There's
While he was turned around aiming at the administrator, that would have been the opportune time to throw the Ixamin sphere.
Yeah.
well, anyways, as for the administrator's decision, well, let's just say there's reasons.
Oh,
It was
right,
actually
alright.
in the skipped text.
I tried to stop him, but he hit me in the face with the gun's blunt end and ran past me.
Oh, pistol whip.
It took a few seconds until I composed myself and ran after him.
Shenanigans.
As I went up the hill, I saw that Reza was already taking his place while the portal did its starting routine. I ran up to the console and entered a few commands. Reza turned around and saw me.
What are you doing?
Reza walked off the platform, but I quickly ran around the console and threw my weight against him, just in time for the portal to start teleporting us. Damn it, me, haven't you watched The Fly? Lorem lived to tell the police what had transpired in the underground building. The conversation they had overheard was enough for the dragons to find out about the comet. And with the help of the portal's power source, they were able to divert it. As neither humanity nor the dragons knew where Rez and I ended up, our visit was considered a failure. Okay, what's that sound? Oh, it's gonna be Sky's end.
Sky.
Oh, I think he just got it.
We're picking up everything there.
It's a satisfactory ending.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I'll give you that one, Skills. I'll give you that one.
Thank you. Small victories.
Humanity had decided that if our visit did not yield any results, they would no longer try their luck with the portal, and instead use their remaining energy to hold on as long as they could. For the dragons, life went on as usual, but for our city, this outcome meant they had to continue their fight on their own.
Wouldn't like the future change if we just like a dragon society since the comet never took them out?
All split timeline.
Yeah,
Okay.
branching timelines. We literally created a new universe doing this.
Gotcha.
Hence the multiverse theory.
It was an uphill battle that was eventually lost when the city ran out of resources and fell.
Well, that's so sad.
Sad, but it was Lorm's good ending. Even the good endings are
Lorem
still.
lived for another day.
It was still a good
Unnecessary
ending.
sacrifice, some might say.
It was still. It's
This was a good ending?
all the good
Jeez.
endings are still technically sad, in their own way.
There's the best ending, and then and all these are the good endings. In other words, the dragons get to survive.
So there's 4 types of endings. There's
Okay.
the true good ending, which is basically 100%. That each character has a good and a bad ending. And then there's the neutral ending. So the neutral ending is somewhat considered the bad ending because it literally takes you down the evil path. But it's considered the neutral ending. In fact, let me double check here to make sure I did get that one because I remember. Yeah,
I'm guessing neutral because the humans survive, but the dragons don't. That's my stab as like I'm blind. I'm having a pretty good guess that's what it is.
It's called detonation. See the neutral ending. Basically,
Sounds suspicious.
It's kind of neutral in the fact that nobody really. It's they don't live and die very well. Like actively kill anybody, but you also actively don't help either.
Yeah.
And so basically, it's you literally skip every single thing. You don't order lunch, or you order lunch, or like when Adine first comes to you, you basically grab it and you grab the food and shut the door in her face. She flies away. You look into your box and see it's the wrong order. You open up the box. She's not there. She's gone forever. You ignore Anna with her request for blood. You don't help Remy with anything. You botch the investigation 3 times on each one, and Bryce pretty much says, never mind, I'll do it myself. You don't cooperate with Sebastian. And you don't do anything with Lorem. So all the 5 and 6 main squeezes, they all ignore you, and you're pretty much alone when you go to the fireworks. And you basically say, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." And
do you help, Reza?
We reappeared on the other side of other side and collapsed to the ground. It was the day of my arrival in the Dragon's World, just as I had planned.
Oh, wow.
You're still on, Reza.
What the F is going on here?
Junona?
Oh,
that is the administrator.
The cat dragged in.
Supposed to be dead.
Am I? Now? You're right. But today is not the day.
She held up Reza's head and punched him. His body instantly went limp as he fell unconscious.
Good job, Mel. Oh, is that yours?
Pointed at an object on the ground behind me. When it turned around, I realized that it was the Ixamen sphere. Whatever setting Lorem activated had apparently prompted it to follow us, even through the portal. Not exactly.
You better hold on to it regardless. Those things are expensive.
He walked over to Reza's lower half and started lifting him by the legs.
Come on, and help me with this. We've got a long night ahead of us.
Oh god, they're gonna, like, kill him?
No, you're gonna tip yourself off.
Ever wonder where those
You
notes
have
in your
seen
pockets
Lorem's
come from?
good ending.
This is where all those notes were coming from, isn't it?
Yes.
And look, there's Lorem in the sky.
With diamonds?
Lorem now is a fully realized animate in the back of the sky, with the picture and the shadow, meaning that it's fully Lorem's story is fully complete.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now there's the missing piece. I was like, okay, I get all of this. When did you give yourself all the notes? That last portal ride brought you back in time to probably a few days before.
It actually brought
Basically,
you back to the day of your arrival.
so that you can give yourself the notes.
So everybody right now is celebrating your arrival, which is why nobody is at the portal right now. Remember, when you first came to the portal, they met you. Sebastian, Remy, Emira, Bryce. They all met you at the portal and then guided you back to your apartment, figuring nobody else is going to be coming through that portal. The administrator first sets those coordinates in your pocket, which is how you know it. Then you will go back through the portal and give yourself a little bit of a brain wipe, so you don't remember everything, but enough of a sense of precognition that you'll slowly change the multiverse to be the true good ending.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what'll happen, though, is because you don't interfere with Lorem anymore, he won't die anymore.
Yeah, because Lorem's own precognition will. Lorem's own precognition will prevent him from like he'll notice the sign this time because he'll go, wait, I've seen this roped building before. Something
had a
doesn't feel
dream.
right. I should look around.
Exactly. This game is expertly written. I mean, it's a little bit childish at certain times. It's a little bit teenage in certain times, but it's actually quite expertly written, and it actually helps. It does work with the multiverse narration quite well. It actually navigates that time paradox quite well.
It does. It really combines actually a bunch of different time systems I've dealt with before, but they've done a really elegant way of doing this.
You said that like you're a personal time traveler.
Well,
I've
there's
dealt with so many
three
different
generic
systems.
Yeah, there's 3 generic tropes of time travel. It's, I think it's the fixed loop, where no matter what you
Paradox?
do, you can never change. There's the paradox, which you can change, but then it doesn't make sense how it got to, how it changed. Like in Lorm's bad ending, you died, but you woke up as if it was from a dream. So that's how they deal with the paradox ending in that case then. And then there's the external loop, which basically you're acting on outside influences that you don't know where they came from, but you're acting on external instances, like knowing what the winning lottery numbers are 3 days from now.
Well, there's way more than that. There's also many worlds, Spiderweb, Spoken Wheel, Outsider.
Outsider is my favorite.
There's the on ramp closed loop.
That's the one I came up with.
Song of Storms loop.
Yeah, on ramp would be Song of Storms loop.
What if there's a theory
Sky and I
that
had,
you
sorry,
can't
Sky
travel
and I
back
had
into
the
time?
Sky and I
There
had the Song of Storms on ramp loop one talked about actually earlier on a stream. Sorry, what was that, Coco?
Oh, no, I was just thinking about Einstein's theory that I thought you can't go back in time because it's already done, it's already fixed. Is that
Every
you can
time
only
you go through
forward.
that thing, every time you go through that time device, you are causing a branched tree of reality.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem with wormholes. And in fact, Stargate actually explored that. SG-1, the series, they actually explored that, where the gate had a little bit of hiccup and it sent it back to 1969.
That was a fun episode. I like that one.
I'm watching the entire series over again. It's all on Netflix, and I'm just like, fuck yes!
I remember
Here's the irony: it's a Canadian show, and it's not on Canadian Netflix anymore.
That's so stupid.
That's why you have an ISPN, thingy-majiggy. You just change your
NordVPN. This
Yes,
my
that's
VPN
what I
my
meant.
VPN service does not offer that. Netflix detects that it's a VPN and goes, well, screw you.
Really? Ugh.
Well,
One of my favorites.
VPN? No.
One of my favorite alternative TV shows is Sliders. When it first came out,
Yeah,
oh my
Sliders.
god, I loved Sliders. I would go crazy watching it. God,
Sliders
I was
is entirely
young.
multiverse. That one
Yes.
plays entirely on multiverse. There is no time travel. Every time you see him doing time travel, it's simply he's using the many worlds method, which is the one I use the most myself. Which is if you want to time travel, you just simply go to another reality exactly the same as yours that had its big bang after yours.
Then what about the butterfly effect?
It wouldn't apply there.
I
It
know.
would apply only in the reality that you affected. So you go back in time to basically go into another reality that started way later than yours, so that you're in what you perceive your past. And yeah, you can have the butterfly effect where you go over, you sneeze once, and you cause a giant flu that kills half a country, but you screwed up that reality.
We had that
It's
happen.
going on without anything affecting it.
Yeah, we already had that one happen when the Europeans came to America.
Yeah, America pox.
Well, we're having it kind of right now.
Well, no, that's a normal flu, but that's the many worlds method. Of all things, Coco, you actually know of Spoken Wheel thanks to Celeria and Infinitus.
Really?
Yeah, Celeria is a Spoken Wheel traveler, which is one of the most difficult ones to write for because it's a pain in the ass.
Spoken Wheel, that's one I haven't heard of yet.
It's many worlds on steroids. Imagine the spokes of a bicycle wheel.
Mhm.
And imagine that you have multiple bicycle wheels stacked over top of each other, one wheel after another. The way it
Okay.
works is the center of the wheel states the law of reality. So, does this reality allow magic? Does this reality have electricity? Does this reality have the strong force and the weak force? Yada, yada, yada. Like, literally all the way down to, is this reality a cartoon? The center of your wheel dictates the entire wheel as to what rules reality has. Each spoke represents a different direction of time-space. So every spoke can be very different from each other, like a world of elves, a world of humans, a world where like everybody is like sentient plants, whatever. Every single spoke can be completely different directions of time-space. So literally any reality you can possibly imagine, as long as they follow the conventional rules of that reality, goes. As you travel along each spoke, you are actually going into an alternate reality in which its time started at a different point. So if you go halfway down the wheel, or halfway down the spoke, I mean, you are jumping into a reality that is halfway between the Big Bang and the Big Crush.
It's a wonderful day for pie.
Yeah, when you land on that spoke, you are very slowly traveling along that spoke in whatever reality you picked.
This is
So
would you say that reality would be spoken for?
yes. So basically, you yourself are like a bee traveling along the spoke of the wheel. The thing about spoken wheel that is fascinating is this allows for, you know how like there's the Marvel cinematic universe where in itself it has other realities, right? Well, the wheel is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You can't leave that wheel to go to the DC universe, right?
I mean, Deadpool did.
Well, yeah, he's a special exception, but
He's Deadpool.
so
Reality has no play on Deadpool.
yeah. So the basic rule is, assuming that the core wheel itself allows reality travel, jumping from spoke to spoke is usually reasonably easy. There's some sort of in-reality method of going from reality to reality. Wormholes, breaches, whatever. For you to leave a wheel to go to another wheel, you basically left reality in its entirety. You broke reality so hard that you jumped to another set of rules entirely. You basically betrayed your wheel of reality. You left the universe entirely.
Betrayed the law.
Do your own
So-
molecules still adhere to themselves?
It depends on what reality you arrive in, assuming the rules are compatible or not. If you were in a cartoon universe and you went to a wheel that is like ours, bad
You have
stuff
Space Jam.
Rick and Morty this shit.
Like an antimatter wheel going to a normal matter wheel.
The better Space Jam.
The Michael Jordan Space Jam.
Michael Jordan was Space Jam, god damn it.
So that's what makes Celeria dangerous in Infinitus, is she's a wheel traveler. So the conversation that she never got to have with Q is she's been on a wheel where Q's entire reality is a TV show.
Show.
Oh God,
She's from a wheel that Star Trek is a TV show. Q is in a perfectly legitimate world. Her reality is just as real as any other reality that Celeria's been, but to Celeria's perspective, Q was always from a cartoon, or not a cartoon, but from a TV show. So she basically has outsider knowledge of her reality that should not be possible. Celeria is basically higher than a Q. Because Q is an all-powerful being in the Star Trek universe. Q is trapped on the Star Trek wheel. He can't leave the wheel. He has.
How did he get to My Little Pony then?
Yes. Anyways, the thing is, Q has ultimate power in the Star Trek universe. He can jump between spokes. He can travel anywhere on the wheel he wants, but he cannot leave the wheel.
Well, that would be dangerous if he leaves the wheel.
It would be, but that's spoken wheel.
Remember,
And the other basic rule of spoken wheel is the farther away you go from the wheel you came from, the more ridiculously the rules of reality are different. So like a cartoon reality would
like
be
the
really far away
hamburger.
from our reality. Yeah.
You ever see I Hand You a Hamburger?
No.
So basically, I Hand You a Hamburger is each alliteration it gets cellular and it gets further and further away from reality. Like it's like I hand you a hamburger. Okay, then the next step up is like I hand you
levels of abstraction. Rhodey was making videos on
yes,
this.
Rhodey was talking about that. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so
Sorry,
basically,
Mel, are we ending stream?
Are we ending stream?
Yes.
Oh, we're ending the reality.
I just figured people want to know what we're talking about here
I was,
because
I was about to just start switching it to just talking at this point.
Sorry.
Podcast with the time travelers.
Well, technically, there's enough
Yes.
scaly wings in here to be still talking about angels with scaly wings.
My wings are silky, thank you.
Mine are feathery.
Feathery wings are also really fun to cuddle with, yes. But no, I made mine silky specifically because I love to hug people with my wings.
So speaking of wheels and jumping the wheels, so if you go from one wheel to another, it'd be exhausting because then you're too tired.
Wah, wah.
So the way Angels with Scaly Wings
Right,
is
I'm on a roll.
happening though is yeah, every time you use the portal, you just jump to another spoke. You made a spoke, in fact.
Yeah, but this game's so sad. I want just like everyone get together and they have a sleepover and they eat pizza.
Well, that does happen on one of the
And then they
spokes.
have
We just
they
haven't
have
found it
flue
yet.
fire. They had the flue fire that makes everything taste like snot and spit.
There is one ending where one of the dragons goes back to the human world with you.
That's Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Really, of all the dragons, Lorm showed the most interest in going to the human world, but it's Remy that comes with you?
Remy has the necktie. He gets to go.
Yeah, true.
See, now I'm not clear how this additional ending happened because the epilogue basically said, well, we went back to the human world and then, everything just went to shit for us. And then it skips to, well, here they are, but they've gone back in time, but after their first arrival.
No,
the
we
end
never
caption
went to
said
the human.
Yeah, you never went to the human world. The human world, not hearing back from you, fell.
You put in the coordinates that were in your pocket because he was setting up the portal, and the administrator gave you the code to start the portal because only the administrator can start the portal unless she's given you the codes that start the portal up. But
so why does the dragons tell you to go home? They must have the code somehow.
No, they don't. Only the administrator, because the administrator actually is in charge of the portal. Because that's why she said that the generators belong to me.
So when the dragons tried to send you home that first time, how are you supposed to get home?
Because it was already dialed in.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't
The other thing I'm curious about, at least
it already had two-way direction going.
At least now they've partially confirmed another thing I was worrying about was whether the Dragon Society is technologically advanced enough to divert a comet. So they must have some way of sending explosives.
Those generators, however they work, are the key to making the comet move.
It's like perpetual
You didn't really explain about like how they knew how to make a laser powerful enough to redirect the comet. Like even with all the power, they still had to make some sort of laser.
The plans were there.
The actual generators run the portal. The portal, using its black hole, will actually avert the it uses some kind of like gravitational pull where it pulls the comet out of its impending orbit.
Yeah, but the point they're making is the dragons somehow knew how to do that.
Someone left a note.
Supposedly, this dragons, because they don't have any need for innovation. That's what was discussed before. They have no desire to innovate because they have everything they need. How do they get to the part that they like? Oh, let's invent a comet
They-
laser thing.
Technically,
This
they
is
did
explained
invent it.
in the-
The admin already had it all set up. They just need.
Yep.
They just need to find the button to push.
Yep.
Really? It just
This
pushed
is
the red
all
button?
explained. This is the administrator area, the administrator, and watch that VOD number 3. There's literally the conversation with the administrator in her cave takes 45 minutes. It is
Jesus.
It's just an expositional.
Exposition, it's so fun. Exposition, hope
Yeah,
we're done.
she had it all set up and good to go. The problem was Reza's interference of him stealing all these stupid generators made it so that she no longer had enough power to run the thing.
So she made it so that it would invert a time loop all over
Oh,
time
I just
until everything was
realized
corrected.
something.
And because
The
she knows how to,
administrator, right?
and she
Sorry.
knows how to mess with time with the portal, therefore she had a lot of time to set this all up.
Yep.
Yep.
So
I've never figured out her changing eye colors.
Artistic depiction.
No.
Yeah.
There is like a half dozen images of her with different eye colors.
To be honest with
Every
that,
administrator is in a different branching timeline. Therefore, there's every so slightly differences, but everyone knows everything.
Okay.
maybe it's just artists just forgetting because
No.
I'm
They
just
have
finish my
duplicate
thought.
copies in the game files themselves. I didn't know that her eyes changed color until I cracked open the game itself and found a ton of duplicates.
Right. But I was just finishing my thought is, like in the case of animation, if there's too many people working on the same animation, so different artists may just continuity error. I mean, I know
The point Sky is saying is the same image with different eye colors.
It's not
Like,
animated.
They've done a recolor.
It's not animated. They could have easily reused the same still picture.
just playing devil's advocate. Sometimes we have a lot of people working on a project. Inconsistencies happen. I mean, look how Derpy Hooves got invented on My Little Pony because she was a background pony that the artist just messed up on the eyes a little bit, and then boom, Derpy Hooves.
You have to do a certain amount of hand waving whenever this kind of story comes up anyway. I mean, how can a black hole exist without sucking the entire Earth and solar system into it,
Well, black holes are open all the time. It's just they don't last long enough to do any damage.
Also, again, Stargate logic.
Two black holes together make a wormhole.
Remember, Stargate also uses the whole wormhole thing. So it's essentially wormholes are essentially a connection in space, which would involve a black hole hypothetically.
It bends space time. So instead of having 2 points on either end, you basically bend space like a piece of paper, and it comes together.
It's the physics version of technobabble.
Yep.
I also realized something.
It's just space folding. It's a provable concept.
The
You
administrator,
get enough gravity, it bends space.
isn't she considered the mother of all dragons now?
Yeah.
In a sense, yes.
That's canon.
I am Khaleesi.
What happened now?
The administrator is mother of all dragons.
I am
Yeah,
Khaleesi.
she created the dragons.
And
Yes.
Shinoda, what did you say there?
I am Khaleesi.
Yes. I was making the
Mother of
joke about
dragons.
that. Yes.
I never watched that show.
She's
I
Tiamat.
tried. It was painful.
The books are better.
I am
Honestly,
glad that I
up
never
until
watched-
about season 5, it's okay, and then after that, it goes all to shit.
Yeah, it goes to
By the
pot.
way,
What are you talking about?
I have no idea when for the YouTube VOD what I'm going to be including because usually I try to end it as soon as the game ends, but we've been talking nonstop.
I kind of like this area. It's like a podcast.
I'll have to put a little disclaimer at the bottom. If you don't want to listen to this, attach to the next video. Because there's nowhere I can cut.
Gameplay ends at XXXXX.
XXX.
For speculations and podcasting and spoilers of the spoilers of the story, continue to next video.
There. How about inappropriate right now?
Oh God.
Well, I've had an excellent evening. I've got to head out. I'm good for Saturday, but like previous weeks, there's a chance I might have to duck out randomly after 11:30. I still don't know what the likelihood is, but it's a possibility.
Oh, come on, you have to say it now.
Before we do any more sign-offs, let's do a proper sign-off. So We can banter more in a bit, but first, go ahead, Mel.
Well, first, Coconut, this is for you. Ara, Ara.
Ooh.
And with that, we are done. And I am done.
And the Davwyn is done now.
Stick a fork in the Mel, she's done.
Yeah.
Unlike the onion rings.
Anyways, thank you all for coming. Hope you have a good night.
Let's
And,
see who we can raid.
And a good morning if it's past midnight.
Take care, everybody's.
Yep.
Good night, good morning, how are you?
I guess
do
we
I
can.
raid someone, Mel?
Good morning, and if I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yes.
Bye bye. Have a good time.